I don't do that shit.
It's like
I've just got herbal tea.
It's the madness, and the ladies are taking over. That's what's happening right now. I don't know how to deal with it, but I'm going to let them do it. I'm getting out of the way.
Are you sure that's a wise decision, dude? Because, I mean, come on.
Welcome, everybody, to Monday Madness on Comics Cast in the comic-related madness. And I hope one of my wonderful viewers will share this to my group for me, please. I'm busy. I got stuff to do. How you doing, ladies?
Very good, thank you.
Very good, thank you. Thank you for having us on.
Oh, man. This is going to be the best show ever. I promise you. And I'm going to put the link out there so that everybody else can join in too. Any of the ladies that want to join in tonight, it's the madness. That's how it is. Y'all can take over.
We've gone silent because after the PG-13 remark, it's like
you're okay. You're okay.
We were discussing.
I was just telling about the ugly dong story.
You know, I have to say, I think when I was promoting my comic, you know, I was getting loads of friend requests. I made the mistake of being open to everyone, and I was getting the wrong kind of attention. So my first ever experience of getting one of those pictures, you know, I was just like, you know, I could not believe what I was seeing.
You know, I've been on the internet for like years, let's say, if that made up. Hey, Steph.
Hey.
We were just talking about dong pictures. So
I showed up at the right time.
Right? I was telling Anna about her about my experience with a dong picture, like the most recent one. So I guess I might as well tell it over. Steph knows about it. Hey, what's up?
After the show.
Hey, get out of here. There's test up. Get out of here.
Scare me all the way out.
So Steph knows about this one. And I was in the middle of telling Anna, but is it Anna's or Anna?
NS.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
That's okay.
So Lisa, what ended up happening is I occasionally get dong pics, right? So, okay. One time.
I have to clarify, just because she's Asian and said dong pic, don't get the wrong idea.
Yeah, none of this long duck dong thing. Okay, shut up. Right there. Anyway, I said it. But anyway, so what ended up happening was that, you know, you get friend requests, you know, if you're a creator or a writer or whatever, just creator overall, right? I got friended by some random dude, and like a few days later to a week, this guy didn't do it right away, so I give him credit, right? So I'm like working on something on my thing, like on my apparatus right here, I'm working. And then I hear this bong, like, you know, from Facebook, right? So I look up, I see his dong. And immediately, like 2 words pop into my head: penile cancer, okay? So I immediately type out. That looks all
We've lost it. We've lost Pop.
Oh my God! I gotta go to the bathroom.
Already
gone.
We really did take over.
He can't handle talk such as
Pops
this.
is like, can't talk about, you know, can't do.
I was like,
My name is Pop. Listen, you gotta back the mojo rising. Let's get some mojo going. Feel the mojo. He's actually back. I'm gonna turn it over to the other Pops.
Pops, was penile cancer too much for you?
Well, when I did it, like literally, I just typed out what was coming out of my mouth, which was like, that looks malformed. And then a minute, like, oh, we messed with him. And I said, oh, are you okay? What's wrong with you? And then I looked at him taking screenshots from my phone. And then literally he deleted the image. And I'm sorry, I didn't mean to send that. And
Yeah.
said, what's wrong? And I just said, oh, okay. So I just draw. Hey,
Hi, Mindy.
Hi.
Sorry.
so I draw Kraken over the dong picture, right? Because I want to share it with the world. And of course, I don't want to get off Facebook by showing inappropriate imagery. And I cut out his like identifying information and I show it to people. And then all the women are messaging me said in the group saying, "Can I see it? Like I want to know how bad this is." And I'm just
Oh
like,
my God.
and I swear to God, I sent that guy's dong pic out so much, probably more than I expected. I sent it to Matt.
I don't think so what you saying? So Christy vicariously became the dick pic center.
Who's watching?
It was pretty funny.
That's what happens. Hey, just a note to dudes that send unsolicited dick pics. That's what's going to happen. This is a spoken law, and if you don't know it, then
Oh yeah,
Unsolicited sharing.
I have a thing on my Facebook that just is like hilarious internet and all the stupid people I've dealt with. So I like literally put it up there, and I said nothing. And it was just really funny. And so like I sent so many dong pics out that Facebook actually flagged me for sending out spam. And I kept you gotta go and just friend me. I can't send it to you.
Let this be a warning to you guys. Let this be, not mess with my girls. They will get you.
Every single one of them was like, "Oh my God, what the hell's wrong with him?"
yeah, I mean, she's not exaggerating.
You guys in the comic industry, you guys in the comic community, don't be.
I knew a guy who was nicknamed Gonzo for a reason.
Oh, dude, this is Gonzo Don, man. I swear to God, like in England, it's just like, they have the term bell end, right?
Yeah.
Bell end. It wasn't anything else. Like big mushroom head bell end, like you slammed the tip of it in the door or something.
It was like the Liberty Bell. It was just cracked and
Broken.
Told me, yeah, it's as bad as you said it was. It's like, and I swear to God, the moment that dude drops trout with some nice young lady, she's like, "You're no bad."
I've seen this before.
I know you. I know this. You're a pervert.
Oh, man.
Oh man.
Guess what, ladies? All of you have one thing in common, other than, of course, the unsolicited dick pics. You all have one thing in common. You're in the industry that I get the most enjoyment out of. You all do something a little bit different, even. And that's kind of, well, I guess Steph and Annis kind of do the same thing. And Mindy and Christy, they both draw. But Lisa, I want you to tell these guys what you do.
Okay. I actually am running a management company that helps out indie comics that are trying to do crowdfunding. And I am partnering up with Demon Phil, and we're going to be doing consulting for crowdfunding campaigns. And I'm going to be providing like backer kit and CrowdOx support, because I know that's a pain in the butt, and social media support. Just a lot of different things that we've brainstorming. I just talked to him today, actually. So I'm a little bit newer to the industry, but I'm not unfamiliar with it. I'm actually helping JT Malloy run his campaign for the Sapphire Spectre right now, which is doing really well.
Oh, nice. Yeah, I heard it. I heard of it. I heard it's doing really good.
Yeah, he's an awesome guy.
I have his art on my wall. He actually did a pop. See that Superman right there? That's me.
What is that? I thought this was PG-13, a black cat.
Oh, yeah. He did both of those. He did both of those right there, actually.
Oh, Black Canary, excuse me.
Nice.
No, that's Black Cat. Yeah, sorry.
Black
That is
Cat.
I love that I love that anybody can mention a creator's name and Pops is like, yeah, I have their stuff on my wall.
Oh,
I know.
Yes, that's what's fun about this.
Hey.
I need to get in touch with you, Lisa. Then my husband and I are building a crowdfunding platform as an alternative to Indiegogo and Kickstarter. And so we've been talking all week about other people to partner with and stuff for support and stuff like that. So we should connect later.
I have
Absolutely.
been posting it in the group, the indiecrowdfund.com, and I encourage retailers and people who are putting together crowdfunding projects to go check it out, because you're going to find that there's something in it for everybody.
What's it called again?
It's Indie Crowdfund.
Indie Crowdfund.
Yep.
Crowdfund.com.
Yep, it's facebook.com/Indie Crowdfund Inc. And we've already got several videos from retailers and fans and creators excited about it, telling people about it, because there's an extra step. It's just for comics, by the way. So, which Kickstarter and Indiegogo are not. So it's comic focused. All the fulfillment partners are comic related, and the retailers are connected too. So local comic shops can order the books as well.
That's a really brilliant idea.
Thank you. Yeah, people are excited about it. We've had such good feedback. It's been like an overwhelming positive reaction. So it's cool.
We're going to be
launching
going to talk.
Yeah, we're launching in about 2 to 3 weeks tonight. We're doing a big testing on the retailer functionality because, the creators will have to offer, they should offer the retailers a discount on the books as expected so the retailers can sell them in the store. But, we're seeing both sides be really happy with it so far. And, 2 to 3 weeks, it'll be fully launched, ready to go.
The awesome thing is that the retailers and the creators will get to negotiate and reach a price that they're happy on for the amount of copies that are being delivered and put on the store shelves. And when you consider 25% of DC just came off the store shelves, there's some holes need to be filled,
Yeah, you got to support the comic shops too. The thing about crowdfunding, which is great, is it's great for creators, but the comic shops are being really left out. And there's actually quite a lot of people I know, because I used to run a retail store, that want comics that don't do anything with crowdfunding at all or social media. So it brings it to them. There's a whole huge audience missing on these books that I think are really, really going to like what they see. So yeah. Definitely hit me up afterwards if you want to talk more about it, for sure.
Yeah, for sure.
This is great. See, it's networking. It's madness. That's what we do. I have Eve in the chat, and Eve, you're supposed to be hitting that link and coming out here with us if you can. That's what we want.
Word. I'm going to actually open this up and put in the link so I can share it too.
Yeah, I got it in the Facebook link on the madness. But I don't know. There could be like 10 different people.
Look, it's another dong.
Oh, Dragon Dog.
Oh my God. Pointing teeth.
I started a trend. I'm sorry.
Matt, come on, Matt. What's up, bro? Go ahead, stick your head in there. Say hi. Go ahead.
Wait,
Oh,
Matt,
he has. He
Are you
has.
in Florida, or where are you at, Matt?
So,
I'm over here.
Matt's hiding in the corner because I'm at Matt.
I'm actually over here. Supposed to
Last
be about to take a Kickstarter support post up right now. And our buddy is over here with Dragon Head.
last night while they were on, my grandson drew a picture of them.
Oh my God, it's the cutest thing ever.
Oh, that's cool.
So cute.
There was a couple other people there too, and a dog, but I don't know who they were.
Well,
but
he accurately got Matt's arms wildly waving in the air, excitedly.
He's
all over it. And he
He's
was
got
like,
your lovely lashes, Steph. You know, like
I
your
know,
lashes.
that's what I said.
he's
I
cool.
bought- he gave me some lovely lashes. I loved it.
Yeah, I mean, come on.
And he sat down here and he watched you guys for a little while, sat on my lap, watched you guys, and then he left. And he went upstairs and changed, got pajamas on, whatever. But when he came back down, he had drawn that picture. So it's like he took from memory looking at you guys, and he ran upstairs.
I know.
And drew a picture real fast. And
That
I
was
like,
seriously the cutest thing ever.
it was so cool. I was like, yeah, I love the way they do that. All of them will go try to draw stuff out of memory.
Yeah.
As opposed to looking at pictures. They want to, they're trying to actually draw and I'm digging it, man. It's awesome.
It's still better than anything I could ever do, which is why I write and not draw. So
I mean, I draw really awfully, yet I can draw okay, but people like my awful, so I'm like,
Now, but I've seen your serious drawings too, and you're pretty good. Okay, so
I would like to think I'm pretty good too. I'm just like, okay, so for me, I'm like the total opposite somehow. I drew pretty for a long time, and people said, "Oh, you're talented," but they never really get into it. So I just like drew like I didn't give a crap, And I love it. So I'm like, okay.
That's funny.
But your stuff, when we see your stuff, we know exactly that it's Christy Shin's art. That's what's great about it. It's got a signature look to it.
Yeah, I mean, I've seen Ennis's work and it's beautiful, and I'm like, oh, I got to point this way. Sorry, it's like the other way. Right. So I see her work and it's great, you know. And I'm like, oh, I can draw stuff like that, you know. Like I know I do that. I mean, not exactly like yours, Ennis, but you get what I mean. It's like I can draw pretty, and then when I start drawing pretty, and it's like, oh, that's nice. I have to have blood. I have to have swearing, and I have to have violence for people to notice. And I'm like, okay.
I think yours has got a lot of attitude, so you know, I think that's a brilliant thing to have. So yeah, pretty is not always so great.
You just gotta have a razor blade with it. I just thought of the word. Christy, you're amazing. Shut up. Oh, thank you. Oh.
You and Tony.
Okay, so William saw this, and I had this on the thing on like hilarious internet. But what it was is that, okay, you know, you're a girl, and guys get this too, but you know, us girls, we get unwanted attention. So I guess this guy, another guy, Rafael Matias, I guess that's his name. I don't care if I'm saying his name because screw him. Anyway, so he, you'll be out there soon. Okay, cool, dude. Gosle it down. So what it is that, so he hit me up, but his English was so bad and he only spoke 2 words at a time. I had no idea what he was trying to say to me. And then he says, want to do proposition. I'm like, and I don't even know like what he was trying to do, like, or his introduction or something. And I'm like, I don't really know what you're talking about. So later on, I post a picture of Yuri from Dirty Pair, old school Dirty Pair. I'm a fan of the OVA, right? The anime. So I put it up there and he says, go on. And he like actually starts writing on my post, like, go on, be nasty to me. You can give it. I'm smart. And I'm like, now I know what you want. Okay. I had a feeling. Now it's out there, right there. And I said, you know, my fans are vicious. You do realize this, right? So I have a friend named Tony, sweetest guy in the world, bald, but he looks like a bald-headed dude. And he's not, but he kind of looks like a white supremacist. He's not. But he's just, he has that look like you don't want to mess with him, right? Or like prison gang something, even though he has no tattoos. Like he's got a perfectly respectable job. So I said, hey, Tony, you want to screw with this guy? You know, he's hitting on me. And he had a bad week. He's like, okay. So I just write to him and he says, I want to be nasty. I said, well, okay, we'll be nasty. And then Tony goes on like, hey, big boy, what's up? He says, and I said, yeah, Tony's like, he's clean. He's shaved and clean. You want to have at it? And he's like, no, I'm not gay. I'm not gay. And he's like, I'll split you in half. I was like, come on, big boy. And one of the phrases that the dude said was, you and Tony go away. And he blocked me. So now, like, everybody that's familiar with like, you and Tony go away.
So like, I've noticed quite a few catfish people on Facebook. Like you have to be careful as you accept friend requests from people and make sure they're people that are actually fans or connected somehow. Because you'll get people from other countries. You guys got that too?
Oh yeah.
I got phone calls and video calls, and it was crazy. Yeah. I was like, okay, I'm accepting the wrong people. I've got to start vetting people now. And then I realized I can just limit the people that were friend requesting me by just doing friends of friends. So that way I was just getting random people who were just interested in, you know, sort of other things. I think I might have been mistaken for one of those, you know, expensive, you know, hotline girls, you know. It's like, I think it doesn't help when your character is practically half naked wearing a burlesque outfit. You know, people instantly get the wrong idea about you. You know,
like for me, I draw a demon bitch, and for some reason that makes some of the guys like come to me and try to proposition me. I'm like, really, dude?
You need to get the whip out.
I need to get more then.
That's what they come to you because they want a beating.
I'm there, and I'm like, Oh, okay. So you want to do the thing. And as I've told some of you girls, like what's been going on, I just go like, it's like I own cats for a reason. You learn a lot of things from them. So it's like when they catch prey or something, you're like, I can do that. I can do that.
They go for the jugular.
Oh God, they play with their prey sometimes. Like,
oh yes, they play
and
with
they
their
chew them up
food.
multiple times, and then they'll finally eat them. Like, I kind of wanted to just like, if a person comes to me and they're particularly idiotic, I'm like, okay, I've had a bad day. Let's do this. But the thing about my friend Tony and I, that was funny. This is like, you and Tony go away.
That's funny. I keep my husband around. I try to like always have him around, and it helps a lot. I did it for a while without him, just myself, and it's almost sometimes it's a little overwhelming, like all the weird ass messages you get. But I think over time, Facebook has gotten better for me, at least, of not even putting them in my inbox and putting them into spam. But at first, it was kind of weird, like starting as an artist and then getting weird stuff like that. And yeah, take some adjustments.
I knew somebody that knew somebody, like she was married, and this guy randomly sent her a wiener pic, right? And so she said she's married, so she said, "Hey, honey, what's this?" And he said, "Oh, let me get that." He took her phone and took a picture of his, and then said it to the guy. Said, "There you go.
Here's mine."
It's like,
it's sharing is caring.
Yes.
You're right there, Pop.
Yeah, I've just seen the message. Claiming innocence.
You're not okay over there, Pop.
Pop, am I going to have to step into you again for a minute? Listen here, ladies. You're gonna get me in some trouble over here, ladies. This is on at 8 p.m. Eastern. There's gotta be people up in here, guys. Now just listen here. All right. So, ladies, have you guys gone and back Mojo Rising yet? If you're not back Mojo Rising, get your mojo on right now. Right now. And with your 30 seconds back in, then come on back, ladies. I'm in the issue. I'm a character. Let's do it now.
I think that's the right way to do it, right? That's the Mojo Rising pitch right there.
Am I supposed to be pitching Mojo right now? I didn't know.
you can do that.
I just pitched it for you, so you don't have to do it.
I didn't know that's what I was supposed to be doing right now. I thought this was Monday Madness.
I'm just like,
Since you brought it up, I'll go ahead and throw the link up there.
Go ahead.
I'm
just amazed. I'm just amazed that the "You and Tony Go Away" has like been a meme now. It's like, man.
I'm gonna adopt that and start saying it now. I'm gonna make it a thing outside of even comics.
You and Tony Go Away. Yeah, you can't say it with like actual fervor. You have to say it kind of dull, like "You and Tony Go Away."
You know what's funny about that, Chris? I want to tell you what's hilarious about that is my brother's name is Tony. And his wife has said that to me so many times. You and Tony Go Away.
Pops can relate.
Johnson, if you're watching, love you, baby. You know what's up. That's my sister-in-law. But yes, I've heard that way before I ever met you. I've heard that saying so many times. You and Tony Go Away.
Oh God.
So, yeah, it's funny to me. It's really funny to me.
I mean,
like, he wants marriage goals. Steve has marriage goals. I'm not saying anything else.
What can I say? Like, I don't know. Maybe for me, it's like some of my friends did Fugly back in the day. So if you guys don't know about Fugly, Fugly.com, they screwed with people all the time. And some of my best friends were from that site. So I learned from the best. So it's like, oh, like, so I used to screw with dudes. Like, I know. Sorry. Actually, I have a funny story about that too. So like, I would screw with dudes. Like, I would go, "Hey, what's up from Japan?" So what it was is that, like, you remember old school AOL Messenger and all that? You'd like try to put everything in private, and yet some rando would come in and try to bother you, like ASL and all that. So I gave the guy 3 chances, right? Asked me like, "Oh, hey, how's it going?" I'm like, "Okay, fine." And then it's like, "Well, I'm not interested." And it's like this. And then it's like the third one, it's like, "All right, we're ready to go." And I would get really, really gross. Like one time I like, just to have people stop Well, no, I was actually kind of
Be
discouraged.
good.
I actually put a picture of an Asian model up. I think it was Japanese, just some like Shutterstock thing. And one guy just said, "Hey, that's not a model. I mean, you're not that person." It's like, that's an Asian model. I said, "Oh, you saying, oh, we look alike too?" He's like, "No, no." By the phone, here's my number, and I just went into, let's say, a certain level of human deviancy that I can't repeat here because this is PG-13. And then he just says, "I never want to meet you." It got really distracting.
I have to say that's an achievement.
Look at that.
Oh, yeah.
there we go.
See, this is like really awesome.
Look what I found. Isn't that neato?
Oh, boobies.
Movies. Oh, I mean, the amount of problems I had trying to advertise on Facebook and Instagram because I had boobies, like, it's like, no, it's too suggestive. I was like, okay, how about I just cover it with a censored banner? And then I wrote, oh, this is Ava. She's basically infiltrating a corrupt senator. Next thing you know, the bots got me again. They're like, sorry, you said the word senator and you are basically trying to influence an election. And I was like, what? In the 23rd century? Well, it's like, I'm not Nostradamus here,
It's like, Zuckerberg, why are you a billionaire? Screw you.
I want you all to understand that the first time I saw this, I said, "That's Aeon Plus." I recognized the art immediately. Okay, Timothy Green, the style, and then because of the type of story it is, the style that he drew happened to be very much like that, and it grabbed me right away. It was like, oh my God, what is this? And then that was before I really had a chance to be exposed to Ennis at all. And it's like, now it's like, yeah, everybody back this. Everybody back this book. Because where are you at now? You went over 8, didn't you?
Yeah, I mean, I've got now 301 backers, and we're gone. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Because I see it in pounds, so I don't know what it is in dollars.
Okay, $6,200 American.
Yeah. So
8,000. Okay, so 8,115 you got so far by 301. That's
US
dollars.
Yeah.
That's a 6243 or something like that. 62. Yeah, that's awesome. And it, like I said, man, it's like I grabbed it. It grabbed my attention right away. I didn't have to see the video. I didn't have to get the sweet personality of the writer or any of that, because I just recognized that style, and it's one of my favorite styles of art. I mean, Aeon Flux was something I was really
I absolutely love Aeon Flux, and she's just been such a influence on me. I loved her sass, I love her feistiness. I love the surrealism of it. But at the end of the day, I wanted to kind of do my own thing, but I mean, because you love something so much, it kind of ends up influencing you, and it's nice to sort of see, Pops notice it straight away, so I guess it really came across, despite us going blonde instead of brunette.
I just totally loved it. It was like, I'm going to have to get involved with this. And, I mean, I first saw you on Indie Vault with Barry and Randy, I think Anthony Figaro is the one that.
Yes, absolutely. Anthony, Figaro.
Yeah, he's the one that turned them on to you, and then that's how I saw you, and then of course we plastered you all over the place ever since.
I like to be plastered all over the place.
I mean, this is like, I can definitely see the Peter Chung influence for Aeon Flux, and I don't know why I thought of Stephanie's eyelashes, because remember Aeon Flux where she crabs
off? Yeah, she catches the fly.
Yep.
Eyelashes according to Pop's grandson. tell him that I'm looking forward to his next rendition and drawing. I expect to see another one sometime.
Yeah, maybe you should have a show.
I remember watching this, you guys. I watched your interview on the CromCon, on the last one on this, and it was really cool. And you and Pops were talking about your influence and how you had a lot of more independent films, as your influence. So that was really cool. I have I didn't read a lot of comics when I was a kid either. or didn't have that influence, I mean, as much. So yeah, the indie film, I was definitely into the indie films too. So that was cool. I was really interested in your campaign as well.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, no, absolutely. I've always been a bit of a film nerd, you know. I mean, I don't always, I mean, now I'm, but like now I'm not as good because I'm a, you know, mum of two, so I don't always get the time. But if there's like a particular film that I really like, then, you know, I'm more into like TV shows now. So, you know, I will sit and, you know, really binge watch Netflix, you know, if there's a new sci-fi that's come out and it looks really interesting and it's got a new fresh take on things, you know, it really sort of like, that's what really appeals to me. You know, so yeah. So it came through in the comic, you know, it was just really lots of influence, kind of independent ideas, you know, scenario.
Now I'm not going to play the video because, you know, we've all seen the video.
Yeah,
like 20 times.
I always cringe when I watch that video.
What? Your video for that campaign is amazing.
Oh, it is really good. And like I said,
Try saying all the lines like 20 times over to the point where it just haunts you.
I want everybody to go look at it and watch it, though. I don't want to take up our time right here watching it, but I do want everybody to go check out this campaign. This is good stuff. If you were a fan of Aeon Flux, you're going to love this book. The story kind of like jumps into the now. It was supposed to be the future, but it sort of a little bit jumps into the now. 2020 just like went.
Oh, absolutely. I'm just waiting for the aliens to land, you know. It's going to be like, next thing you know, it's going to be signs, you know. It's like crop circles and crazy looking aliens for, you know, in the crop fields.
Well, we should have our phasers now because we got Space Force. So there you go. Like, confirmed UFOs, like, and it was kind of funny. Only in 2020, it's like we have actually confirmed UFOs. The government. We didn't give a shit. We're just...
yeah. This year is the year to make it happen. If any years, of any years.
Right. Sorry, I didn't say the S word.
Because I want to make Matt proud. Here you go, Raj. There you are, buddy. 106 backers. Got 17 days to go. And, you know, I can't say enough good things about this, about the people involved in this, and about it itself. Look, we got 4 extra pages coming. You can get Battle Pops bookmark. Oh, Jesus. I'm just saying. There's a whole bunch of good stuff going on here. When we get to 125 backers, I am going to give away the first ever signed book by Pops. And it's the crew number 2. It was the first cameo appearance of Pops in a book. It's just a little teeny Pops in the corner of a panel. And I'm going to take that book and I'm going to sign it. It's going to be the first book ever signed by Pops. And I'm going to give it to somebody when we reach 125 backers. That's 19 more backers. They have 125 backer reward. I have 125 backer reward. Be one of them 125 backers. Now, go back to your thing, lady. How'd I do, Matt? How'd I do, bro?
I can kind of hear Matt. I'm like,
I see his elbow.
He sees his elbow. Don't you worry.
Listen here. My daughter named this one Baba Ganoush. And there's another one that looks very similar on the table that is named Barbara Ganoush.
Yeah, everybody heard that discussion when you stepped off camera last night.
So Baba Ganoush, approves. Good job, Pops. You can stay on the broadcast. We're not kicking you off.
So I want to kind of drive a little bit of discussion here with you ladies, you know, about challenges that you have had as indie comic book artists, you know, trying to get things funded, especially during COVID right now, and kind of try to see what you've done and what you've been able to, how you've been able to be innovative to reach your goals.
It's been kind of a catch-22 because a lot of people have, I think, been driven to comics at the same time of it being a hardship, if that makes sense. So a lot of people have had eyes on comics that haven't before because they've been bored, right? So I think in some ways it's been a good thing, a really good thing for a lot of people. The tricky part, I know I launched this year and I was doing a Vampirella cover for Dynamite, and we had to wait like 2 months for the printers to open. So that was just a big delay, but that happened like right in May when we had to wait until like July to launch. But yeah, that's my experience. That's my 2 takes. After that, it went smoothly, honestly. Like people, I think, are really looking for comics now. They've explored this realm. They found crowdfunding and they're excited about it. Just financially, it sucked for a lot of people, you know.
Do you want me to bring you in while you're eating? Do you?
I think for me, it was like getting.
Hello. Okay.
Bye, guys.
Like, no, I said no.
No, I'm just glossing my custard or my milk right now, I guess.
Oh man.
I think for me, starting out, you know, it was a little bit difficult because, you know, like on YouTube, if you go on and they say don't launch straight away, you need to have like a month of like, you know, sort of getting everyone familiar with you. And you know, I kind of like thought, oh, well, how about I just do a 60-day campaign and then start doing the work from there. You know, so I kind of initially struggled to get the word out. You know, I didn't know how to go about doing it. And so I tried doing the ads, which I have to say were completely useless. And then realized the only way, to get sort of followers and, you know, people sort of interested in your comic is by interacting with people on social media and doing these shows and networking and meeting other creatives. I mean, it's been so much fun as well, which was kind of an unexpected bonus. So it's not all hard work. So yeah, that was my little sort of hurdle to get over.
For me, it was like, I don't know if you know Charlie Stickney of Scout Comics. He does White Ash, which is a great comic, by the way. So he was saying, you know, you should do it, even though we were like, but, you know, it's COVID and everything. But this was after everybody started getting their unemployment and stuff and the benefits. So I just said, and he said, come on, it's the best time. Actually, Kickstarter's laying off a lot of people because they don't have any projects. So your stuff can really get attention. So I said, fine. So what I usually do is kind of do the soft thing, like, oh, okay, you know, what I'll do is I'll write a ton of crap out on the Kickstarter. You know how you could write it out before you release it. So I write it out and it just let it kind of form. And I said, you know, hey, I was thinking of doing this. You know, hey, I was thinking of doing that. And in the meantime, I'm like doing research with some of the vendors. And somehow I managed to find one for this bandana here, you know, where you can use it. It's called a dusty face mask. But
Yes.
yeah, one of my artist friends like called it something else, which I won't. But yeah, so it's
I like their recommendation.
Somebody
right.
doesn't like you.
Sorry.
Does it come with the audio?
You can get the audio at any point in time because I did it for Friday lunch hour from 12:30 to 1:30 p.m.
On your thing.
But what I did, what it was is that for me, let me take this down. I look like a bandit. Anyway, so what ended up happening was that I started, you know, just kind of looking and let it kind of form together. And it was kind of funny because before any of all this happened, I thought, you know, I'll just make a crappy tarot deck. It's a Lenormand style deck, right? So it's a fortune telling deck, but it's not tarot. I just made it a joke like, yeah, she's stupid and doesn't know the difference, but whatever, right? So they're like got all these cards. And it was so funny because like I originally because I named my campaigns like different tagline names. I don't say, oh yeah, it's a SE, it's like that crappy tarot, you know, whatever. I'll just say, oh, it's the I told you so campaign, right? So that happened because everything went wrong. Like the first week and a half, it went great. I put the word out. Like I put out a word a couple months before, and then I put like I usually put the preview out and the event out on Facebook like a month ahead of time. Like, hey, this is what I got when I'm 95% done. And then like the riots hit, and that crawled like 3 or 4%. And somehow the USS Demon Bee somehow like withstood it. Like I had all sorts of weird, crazy stuff happening, and this was my third Kickstarter. But I just kept going at it and kept going at it. And what I had to do was like I kind of had to move my stretch goals. I wouldn't recommend it any other time, but move my stretch goals because I got a big booby pin and I have code thick 19. So that's never trust a big butt and a smile. So one is like glittery, and I'll run over there and grab it. And then one is glow in the dark, and it's the bubonic plague doctor. So my friend Rose just said, "Oh yeah, you should do a thick version of COVID-19." I'm like, okay, so I wrote down code thick 19, and she had with these like protein.
Everything is better when it's thicker.
Oh yeah, it's like never. And then like the tagline was "Never trust a big butt and a smile." And then I just decided to draw. Oh, I should draw the bubonic plague. So I actually would look up pictures of these diseases to see what it looked like and draw thick, dummy thick versions of them. And like none of them have nudity. It's like they're kind of wearing like a latex suit or something. But actually, let me see if I can grab it. Let me go grab it real quick.
You need to make a demon bitch wax pin or drawing now.
One artist actually did a fan art of this. Her name's Amanda Darko. She's amazing. And she did an Ohage version, which is like the lewd version of Demon Bitch. And I
love it.
Yeah, I bought it. This is mine. But I'll be right back, so hold on.
She bought it. She bought it. It's hers. She bought her.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
So here's one. So this
put $3 imaginary for it.
So here's a Cove Thick 19.
Yes.
Oh, nice.
Love her. Fantastic.
Yeah, I like the booty.
Yeah, right? I'm going to try to hold it like this. Yeah, but it's glittery and stuff. It's hard enamel.
If COVID looked like that, I would never wear a mask. I just want to suffocate.
That's why she's so contagious. That's what it is, you know. And then here's the she glows in the dark, actually.
Did somebody say something bad?
Oops, I gotta change a diaper of a 2-year-old. I'll be right back.
Oh, that's always fun. I've done a few of those.
That's always fun.
And then this is glow in the dark. And then I'll show you this one. So for you guys don't know, oh, she's pissed that I'm ignoring her, whatever. You can deal with it. Anyway, so Steph and Eva, I think, know about this, but a year prior, that's why I'm probably like pretty sane throughout this whole experience, because I had a 6-inch pancreatic tumor removed from me.
Wow.
Yeah. So essentially, like I was first told, you have a 6-inch mass and we highly think it's malignant. I'm like, okay. So that pretty much says you either have very advanced cancer or you're going to die. I mean, they didn't say that. Okay. But that's what goes through your head, and that's probably what's going through their head. And then the surgeon, I don't know, feel that like all the right people were lined up. So the surgeon said, yeah, you know what? You do actually have this tumor, but it's one of the rare ones where it's not cancerous yet. But they take a long time to grow, but chances are when we remove it, you know, it might be, chances are you'll be diabetic. I'm like, well, that sucks. And then so after I recover it, after I went through the recovery and everything, oh, by the way, a day or two after my surgery, after they rearrange all my innards, because they had to remove lower part of my stomach, they had to remove the tumor from the pancreas, and they had to remove my gallbladder. It didn't spread to that. It's just that all the blood supply was shared in that. So if they just removed the tumor, it would have just went kaput. So they had to rewire me. And after all that, it really sucked. And at the second day after surgery, they said, okay, you're going to have to walk because we're going to have to wake your bowels up. I'm like, a catheter. I've been split open. Like it's like literally there's a scar across the stomach. And I'm like, are you kidding me? And I've got staples in me and I've got drainage tube. I'm like, are you kidding me? And I had to literally get up. So it's like, you know, after all that, it's like COVID. Okay.
Yeah, I know.
So this is pancreas tits. I even drew it on a silver pole when I was waiting for surgery.
Dummy sick.
Yeah, well, she doesn't really have a butt. Like that's the pancreas that was constricted.
Wow.
Okay, let me send it. So, like, you know, the tail pin. That's like,
I don't think.
So this part was constricted, and the rest of it up here was like tumor, right? So 70% of my pancreas was removed. And like one person once said, it's like I'm holding back away. I call him, but a bunch of degenerates. What do you think Eve was like, honey? Anyway, so what ended up happening was that so I just had to draw this on her stripper pole and everything. I don't know what the hell was wrong with me, but that's it. So, and I started a new line called Sick. So true diseases.
I just want you guys to know you got Joe so nervous right now. He's like, no, what are they gonna do?
Yeah, so this is pancreas hits. It's a very big clinic, you know.
Yeah, Joe, I'll try to be good, man. Go ahead. You can just turn it off.
It's like the trick for everyone. Just turn off your computer and you don't realize it's there.
I mean, like, after the whole pancreatic tumor, I guess like I just didn't care about stupid things anymore.
You got your certified badass, you know.
Yeah, exactly.
It's hard to prove it. It's real.
You should have that on a t-shirt. Certified badass, got the scar to prove it.
I mean, you want to see the scar? It's amazing. Who wants to see the scar? Raise your hand. All right.
Joe, you can always
Yeah.
Wow.
Look at
You guys
that.
want to see that?
Dude, you could tattoo Jaws.
Get that out the way. Hold on.
Yes.
Ow.
Somebody said, "Oh, this looks like a little hill or something," and I'm like, "It looks like part of a map." I'm like, "Thanks, guys."
Ow.
No, you could tattoo Jaws on there.
Ow.
Like right above.
Or you could say you
You
were
could.
like chewed on by a shark.
Or Moby Dick.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah.
like Moby Dick.
We're back to dongs.
Yeah, it's like, so imagine this. Shut like the second day, and they tell you you need to get up and walk. You're like, really? They also want you to walk so you don't get. Oh, I am now a Christian.
Blood clots. Yeah.
The blood clots and also pneumonia. I found out because if you're lying in bed for a prolonged period of time, your fluid can collect in your lungs.
Yes,
Oh,
that's
wow.
happened to me too. Mhm.
Oh, damn, that sucks, man.
I had some complications after birth. Yep, for my kids.
Wow.
Eve,
That sucks. I'm sorry. I missed the whole thing. I know while I was gone.
I have to get the little quiet one on the bottom to jump in here for a minute.
Well, it's just kind of like, I mean, you just go through, and it's like weird because it's like when you go through something like that, and people are like, "Oh my God, that's so terrible," and you're like, "I went through it. Oh well." But then, like I have another friend that had a double lung transplant. I'm like,
Wow.
and like she felt the same way about my surgery, but it's just weird when we went through our respective surgeries, we were just like, okay, yeah, whatever, like about ourselves. But then we went through a period of mourning over her missing organs. Like she had a double lung transplant, so she actually missed her old lungs, and for a while I felt really sad. Like I felt kind of like one part of me was gone, and I was like, I miss my gallbladder. Hell, I never did anything wrong. You know? I mean, there was nothing wrong with it. But it was like, they had to take it out because they had to wire the bile. So what it is that they pulled my small intestine up, stuck the pancreas at the end of it, stuck my stomach on the side, and wired the bile duct directly into it. And I'm like,
Indie Comics Cast just says,
so I
you
just had this
quit
weird
messing with her.
going back into like shrinking back into its place. I'm like, oh, my innards, what the
Yeah, it's weird. Yeah, I had that same like the fluid buildup of my lungs.
Oh, yeah, they were kind of like, you need to breathe.
I know how you feel, because I had 2 cesareans, and it's like they give you morphine, and the second the morphine runs out, it's like, yeah, you're okay to walk now. It's like, what? It's only been 24 hours,
Yeah.
and then they send you home, and all they've given you is paracetamol, and it's like, no, you want to throw it in their face, like, where's my morphine? Give me the good
You're
stuff.
lucky sometimes if you even get morphine. I had an 8-hour surgery and they didn't even give me any sort of pain meds afterwards.
That's just
oh my
crazy.
gosh.
And they want
Yeah.
you to walk as well straight away, it's just, yeah. But what's nice is when you've got the catheter there, you can stay in bed for 24 hours without even,
Right.
surgery did you have, Lisa, since we're talking about getting cut open or guts exposed?
Oh, well, my first one was a hysterectomy that went wrong. And then they had to go back in and fix it. It was 8 hours long.
Ouch.
Wow.
Yeah.
I'm not a big fan of
They put me back wrong together, so.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, I still feel like my innards are in the wrong place.
Right.
Yeah, my mum was in the surgery on the second one, and she was there like paparazzi taking photos with my uterus hanging out, you know. And the thing with my mum is, if you get her to take a picture, it's normally out of focus. Whereas this, she was just clicking like a mad woman, you know, like waiting for my son to come out. And every picture was in perfect focus, which was and then as I was looking at them, I was like, what is that hanging out of my belly? I was like, my God, that's my uterus.
I wish my doctor
This
did
is now gone. That is horrifying.
I asked my surgeon, hey, could you take pictures of my pancreas? I want to see it. And he just gave me this weird look.
Yeah, I mean, come on, it's your you know, you want a picture of it, you know, you want to feel the mirror.
It's like you're taking a big chunk of my life out.
Yeah.
Really, literally, like my organs. I
Breathe.
my life that I've never seen. And I can see what it looks like.
Absolutely. Actually, I had a lipoma removed off my
Some things
shoulder.
don't need me, Joe. Some parts of this conversation just don't need.
Oh,
You know, here it again.
you know, past a certain point, I think, with a mass, they have to ask you. So one person that I knew asked me, "What'd you name it?" And I said, "Oh, I named her Casey Anthony because she tried to kill me." She tried to kill me. So I actually have a dedication on my comic here. I'm like going to go and show you. But I literally have a CAT scan of my freaking pancreas. Like, see, this is a little.
Wow.
Yeah, the big chunk is the tumor. The squeezed in part is like my regular pancreas. And I put down it was like Casey Anthony, and I said, "Well, I lost 37 pounds. I'm sexy now, but I hate you." So I named it Casey Anthony because it tried to kill me. She didn't.
I had a lipoma. I named it after the you know, in Total Recall there was the Martian you know, sort of rebel leader who ended up to be a mass, you know, was it Cato or something? And so I named my lipoma after that.
But yeah, it was kind of amazing. Like, you know. Oh, that's great. Daddy needs some milk. I love.
Yeah, I was just gonna say we've got some.
Oh, what's his name? Let me go mess.
Comments here.
He's gone.
Be right back.
I can't say them right now.
I took John.
He's already got rid of him. Here, I got rid of him.
I don't know what it was.
It
The
happens.
guy that came on here, he says, "I love kitty licking." Do you guess what that's about?
Yeah. Bye-bye.
He said, "Daddy's here, baby girls." Is
Something.
I think
It's
what
like-
he said.
Don't use that chat. Go somewhere else.
I use his profile.
That's
pic.
on YouTube.
That's why I think. I hope y'all did our profile logo, whatever. it is. Like,
9 inches for your little baby was his name.
Clearly, whoever
man.
made
Too
that
bad-
comment.
Too bad this isn't R-rated. I would have said
This
something.
is in the
I know.
conversation.
No, he was the guy with the. He was the dude with the original dog thing.
Like what?
Yeah, I was gonna say,
What do you prefer, long hair or short hair?
Done. She's ready to.
Yeah, he's already gone. That's it.
Hairballs.
Yeah,
Are they bad? Like, does it urticate in your face a lot? Like all the hairs urticate in your face? Because my ginger cat does that. I swear that's what I'm going to call the next Rebel comic show.
Was it Dudes in the Corner?
Dudes in the corner.
Yeah. Rob
Nobody
said that
puts
the
food
dude
in the
was gonna be
corner.
in the corner and to the Unipop.
Which project? I just got blocked. What kids?
Yeah, he was on YouTube. It's nobody I know, dude. Nobody I know.
Yeah, I should actually find out who he is and start messing with him.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
You do not want to light Christy up, man. Don't light a fire underneath her ass. You're gonna regret it. I don't care how cool
It reminds me of the time I got a random text message. The person
like
said,
that.
"Hey Ashley, I had a great time last night. Hope I can see you again. Maybe I'll send you like an 8-inch reminder of what happened." I'm like, and I sent a really ugly picture of myself. Like I deliberately gave myself a double chin and shot the picture from over here. And I said, "Do I look like an Ashley?" And the guy said, "Oh, thank God I didn't accidentally send that picture." I'm like, how do you accidentally
Right.
send a picture? You know, how do you follow up with that?
Well, I mean, like the thing is that he actually thought you were someone else. Whereas in my case, like he just said, "Oh, I accidentally sent it," when he just sent it. I'm like, what the hell, man?
Oh, sorry.
No way, part 2.
I accidentally sent this perfectly angled, clearly set up picture of myself. Oops.
Come on the show, Chris. Sure, dude. I totally will. Just let me know when, man.
That's what I do. I get everybody else guess.
It's like an STD. It keeps on giving. If you don't know what to do it.
Hey, hold up, Larry. You gotta go be on her show too, bro.
Yeah, you should let me know.
Oh, how about that, huh? Yeah.
Oh, I drew the most nastiest picture of Demon Bitch. You want to see?
No.
Yeah.
It's okay.
I need to do some Demon Bitch fan art.
First and last ladies'
I
night.
was just gonna say the same thing. I was gonna be like, you guys have had the first and last ladies' night on Monday Madness.
There we go.
You have to ask Joe. Can she show the picture?
There you go.
It was such a good idea until it all went tits up.
Bypass security.
At what point did I think the guy
There you go.
better?
Oh, that's the first thing you should have ever known. That it's never that way.
No, I
Although
can't.
I now want to say tits up, but I just can't say it as beautifully as us just did.
Now
When I say it, I sound like a trucker.
And I've not said this to you, and then I'm going to get out of here because this is not.
Hey, I do what I can.
In the world, because just the way you say stuff,
Oh
you
man,
can
I was
say
going to say
something, and it sounds so unbelievably factual. You could be like, "Listen, the sky is purple, and the grass is polka dots." Everybody's going to believe that. You can solve world problems just because of the way you say things with conviction.
You know, I think of like, you know, Monty Python. You know, you guys probably are familiar with Monty Python, where he's like, church, you know, like that. STD, I'm dying. Well, okay, there you go.
Wow. Wow.
I just made it horrible and disgusting. Oh, you won't show Demon Bitch? Because it's really funny how she gets immunity. It's scientific.
Naomi Comics says that dude's in the corner tomorrow. You guys are gonna have your own show tomorrow.
Joe, why are you cussing in the comments, dude?
And one of the guys, like, he wasn't saying like.
Listen, if he said that, you can show it.
Okay, well, I have it shared, so put it up, dude.
All right, guys.
Yeah.
I'm gonna jump off. But ladies, have fun. Scare Pops a little bit more, and
I think that's too late. I think you're mentally dead inside.
thank you, Pop.
Steph, are you taking
Yeah.
off?
I'm jumping off.
Hold
But,
on. You and Matt, congratulations. You guys had an awesome campaign.
Thank you so much.
We're so glad to be part of it, making any little bit of that happen, man. You guys are fun to work with all the way around.
You were awesome. Thanks for the support, and it was fun having you on our little celebration last night. So thanks for having me on this.
Cool. We
All
will
right.
talk. We will talk.
Yes, we will, ladies.
Right.
Talk to you all later.
Yeah, congratulations on the campaign.
Congratulations. Yeah, so yeah, that's Demon Bitch, like getting immunity by use heroin needles and vomit and rat crap and
That's a bit like my kids in response to my cooking. They'd rather lick the floor.
Yeah, I mean, you want to go and get like universal like immunity? Just lick the floor in the gas station bathroom.
I feel like, yeah,
Afraid to
well,
get real. That's why I love her. The first time I saw one of her art pieces, I was like, "Whoa, she ain't afraid to get out there and be what's about real." You know?
There were like, especially in this time when I see like how crazy everybody's acting, I'll like draw these things. So I like drew this one of coronavirus is flying everywhere and everything, and it says Facebook friends. It's like on my what is it, the cover page of my Facebook. And if you you'll just look at it and just start laughing. And then I have the glamour shot like, hey, look how sexy now. So I think it screws everything. So, yeah, it's like one of my favorite influences is Johnny Ryan. So if you guys ever look up Johnny Ryan, just be prepared. It's really bad.
Is that one thing that you said with the specific date and he made a really bad image off of that?
Yeah. Okay. So
We're not showing that one.
I have it saved.
It's 6 and 9/11, and Johnny Ryan drew that. And I have a friend from the Netherlands. He's from Rotterdam. He goes and tunes into my show like faithfully every time. And every time I mention that, he's like, he gets all happy, like, oh my God. And then, so you guys can all Google Johnny Ryan 6911 and you tell me what it is. Like, just Google it right there. And I want to see the expression on your faces. I'm not going to pull it up here because this is a PG-13 show, and I'm not going to be that person.
How'd you spell that?
Actually, let me look for it for you guys. I'll help you guys out. I'm not going to put it in the main chat though. Hold on.
Don't. Oh my God.
Is Johnny spelled with a H?
Look, running into Christy online was really refreshing because she didn't care, and just whatever comes out comes out.
Oh my God.
And that was what I was like, that's what art is. That's what art is. You let out the monster inside, or the fairy princess inside, or the hero inside. That's what art is. And Christy,
listen, I'm in college. I still have yet to find a job. I can't do that. I have to tread lightly. That's for when I do get that job, and then it's all gonna.
I don't even have that job. Well, I didn't even have that job. I just almost died. So I'm like, like, yeah, I used to have like my nails painted that way. You know, like I showed my mom. Okay, my family's ethnically Korean, so you know how like laid back, how prim and proper they are. And I'm the weirdo in the family. Like my mom at first got mad at me for saying the F word and all this other stuff. Why do you say that? Why do you say that? I said, you know, half my artist friends are like threatening to kill a president or something. They're like, and I said, yes, they do. The F word is not the bad thing. And so like now it's like I'll just draw the worst things ever. I mean, there was one where the riots were happening and I had to put a funny take on it. So it showed the united colors of Benetton of different people of different ethnicities holding each other's arms like that kind of thing. But it says, we are all. I couldn't say the last word because we are all. Mm-hmm. I'll write it in the thing. So I put that as one of my Kickstarter, my Kickstarter things. And I thought, oh man.
My new Facebook bio.
I'm sorry?
This is my new Facebook bio right there.
Oh. I mean, like, everybody thought that was funny because like everybody was so upset about everything, and you know they were all like emotionally shredded. And I put that up there, and everybody started just cracking up because you can't argue with that. You can't.
I got something you got to look up, and I'm pretty sure it's. You know what? I'll probably just link it to you in Messenger. Okay. I'll just put it in chat for everybody to know.
Have I like helped you all to become friends, and you're all gonna like hang out and network and do stuff together now?
Most likely. Like I already know Ava.
Yes.
I already know her. I don't know these three, or I didn't before then, but I still want to get connected with them. I don't know if any of them want to get connected with me because I say a lot of really awful.
I don't know, Eve. Eve, what do you do?
Eve is an artist, and she's
Eve has a mouthful.
Sorry, wrong timing.
Yeah.
Oh, American Pie.
There's gonna be an outward pothole.
What I hate the most about waiters and waitresses, they ask you a question as soon as you stick something in your mouth. Hi, how's your meal?
Oh, you mean the dentist?
That's why you
Hey, how you doing, Timmy? You can't even talk and they have all these instruments in your mouth. And they breathe in your mouth while you're talking to them.
So here's the thing what I learned. I actually went ahead of time, and you'd be surprised, but I took a business etiquette, business lunch etiquette course. And what you do is
I'm just laughing.
Oh my God.
Oh, I asked him because it was a short hair or long hair. I guess he didn't know the difference. Maybe he had a medium hair and it was not inclusive. Anyway, but I didn't do it, man. That's in the NAD. But anyway, so what ended up happening was that you actually learn the art of how to speak and eat. So you shovel the right amount of food in your mouth while you're eating and when you're talking, so you can talk kind of with your mouth full.
Oh, fantastic.
Until you spit out a grain of rice by accident. I'm chewing fine.
Well, you just kind of learn by practice how to put the right amount in your mouth,
Keeping it in your mouth is another story, though.
Oh yeah, as I said, American Pie, that man.
I'm just laughing at the fact you at a business etiquette, sort of course, just it's like tying your hands behind your back,
It works for me. I don't know what is going on with me. It's amazing.
I think you've been to a really dark place, and you've kind of found courageous, you just there's no holding back now. You've been there, and now you're back, and you're back with a vengeance.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, I kind of do. You start to not care about things. It's weird. When you get to that place, and I'm sure some of you have, and some of you are yet to. I hope you don't get totally in it, because it's a really weird thing. It's kind of the most freeing thing is you're about to die, or you're told that you're about to die, and the sun's in my face. Thank you, California. But at the same time, you're kind of going you kind of get more patient with people, but at the same time, you don't take a lot of crap from other people.
Yeah.
And you start to just not care about people that you deem irrelevant. But it's you have a better criteria of who's relevant in your life and who's not.
And you'll have an awesome sense of humor.
Oh, you should see this one. I just put the link to this one. It's another Johnny Ryan one. It's terrible.
It's just shocking. Absolutely shocking.
I just like it because he just draws the worst things ever in it. But it's you just you shouldn't laugh, but you start laughing hysterically.
Yeah, it's like a kind of a very nervous laughter. Because it's wrong.
People are oh my God.
20 years ago, who were comedians who would not be able to do their stage act today. They would not be allowed. We're not allowed to laugh at funny stuff anymore. I mean, it's gotten crazy. That's why I loved when I came across Christy's stuff. I was like, somebody be funny. All right.
Because we got to enforce acceptance everywhere. Enforce it.
It was Andrew Dice Clay in art. It was finally somebody's just being honest and being funny at the same time. It was great. And that's why I fell in love with everything she does. Her show, try to catch it every day. It's great. She's fun. Fun to hang out with, man.
I know, I think my jaw's hurting. I've never laughed so much.
I mean, I just I think what kind of surprises me is the offensive and the funny for what it is. It's offensive and funny. Part of you gets mad because you could be upset about this, with the previous picture, a horrible tragedy in the U.S. history, blah, blah, blah. But at the same time, you're just looking at these ludicrous pictures and you just start laughing. And I shouldn't laugh, but I am, And then you think,
I love those pictures. It forces us to accept that an event has happened.
Yeah. And
I think it's a sort of coping strategy to really come to terms that yes, it happened. It's part of our history. It's part of our life. But what we can do is we can cope with it, get over it. And some people don't seem to understand that. It's a sort of coping.
Yeah, it is definitely a coping mechanism, because I remember, like, you know, like it was my husband passed away 6 years ago from a brain tumor. And I remember the funeral, and, you know, the hearse showed up, the coffin was there, and everyone was crying. And then all of a sudden I just burst into laughter. And then I was like, okay, I better go find somewhere, because I just thought, this is such a joke. I can't believe this is happening, you know, and all that. And it was just like I think I was going to have a bit of a meltdown. So just bursting into laughter just stopped me from, you know, just completely shutting down. So I understand that, you know, sometimes people may be offended by the fact that somebody's making fun of like a really bad event, but it's a way of coping, a way of survival to try and get you past the trauma. So yeah, I do. Yeah,
I had to be with a friend whose mother was past, like in the phases of dying. She was very old, 90 something. And she would start laughing sometimes, just like start laughing, because you're going, this is just so, it's kind of like that thing. This is so screwed up. I can't do it. It's just like,
it's so screwed, like it's so messed up. It's so messed up. It's just like, it's totally unbelievable. It's just a massive, like a really bad joke, but you just got to laugh, you know, to get through it.
Yeah.
So one of you asked, what does he do? And this right here, the picture on the left, is the first ever cover Eve did. Just recently for Lady Demoness.
Oh, Eve, that's great. I've been looking at this campaign actually all day, talking to Lewis. I didn't even know.
Thank you. And shout out to Yelena Di Napoli for the colors, because I mean, she really fleshed out the drawing. I didn't think line could look so fleshy, and she made it very fleshy. I love it. It's so pretty.
It's really good.
Yeah, it's nice.
I like that she's muscular. You know, she's not just curvy. She's got like muscle to her, so you know, she looks really like empowered.
It's not like Lady Sexhole Image Comics, right?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. You know, tits and ass sort of thing. You know, she's got muscle power.
I believe that if you have a character that has power of a sort, that has a sort of dominance in a plot, that you should really accentuate that character's abilities, especially through their appearance. You know, a lot of comics, they have these very powerful women. Like they can hold all the weapons that Conan can hold, but they're drawn so skinny and so thin, when really I feel like they should have a little bit more musculature and really sort of emphasize their power. I personally believe that's how I should be as an artist. If you give me a character, I want to enhance and really emphasize its traits, the really positive traits that make it powerful, versus thinning it down just to make it aesthetically pleasing. But I can do both. Just to make it powerful.
I mean, some women show different strength. Like some women are very like tiger muscle, very lean. Some of them are more bulky. Some of them are more curvy. I mean, it was kind of funny. Like I was looking at WAP, which was the WAP video. It's like you had women that were like, you know, they had TNA, but they were very curvy on various sides. It's like, I actually said this to Joseph Linzer, Love Dawn. Like I said, I liked how he drew his women, because even though they had like the pinup and they were sexy and some of them had the big TNA, the body types weren't drawn the same, you know. You know, so there you go. So I mean, it's interesting, because sometimes I'm not in this camp of like, oh, we have to draw women totally not sexual, or we have to draw this woman like totally sexual. It's like it can be a mixture. Women are individuals, so like why not?
I think when I was visiting Abe, sorry.
Part of Emperor's Alert is she specifically targets men. She dresses in a way, and her power really is just getting blood, and she has vampiric powers, and that's fine. She has a sexual allure, but my only issue is when you have a character that is powerful, and over time you listen to certain demands, and you in a sense sort of weaken it weaken the character's appearance by adding like unnecessary visuals or unnecessary things that kind of take away from the character in a sense. You know, why have this much plot but a lot of subplot, sexy subplot? You know, even though the character description is a badass overlord, something, whatever stereotype, that's where I come from. I don't have an issue with a character being sexy because I believe it's part of the power. Hell, if you gave me a costume and, you know, I had the body for it, I want the cool brass bra and like underwear, pants, skirt thing. I would wear it. But also, you know, I want to look powerful in it too.
Well, I kind of see two sides of this argument. Like, you know, how they have that joke, like, I'm wearing this bikini armor and somehow this is supposed to fucking protect me, right? Protect me.
Right.
But yet on the other side, Red Sonja, she always has like the metal bikini, but she's that awesome that no man can scratch her. So she's
actually,
like,
that's what reminded me of you, when I saw your work. I just instantly thought of Red Sonja. There's also Xena, Princess Warrior. I don't know if you've ever seen.
Yeah, like she has the armor.
She was like proper, you know, Amazonian, you know.
We never heard of Lucy Lawless, no.
Hey, Pops, I gotta get going here soon so I can have some time to test the website. But Eve, I just want to let you know that Lilith, or is it Lily or Lilith, the demoness?
Lily Demoness.
Lily Demoness is one of the books that some retailers have contacted me about being interested in having in their store. So I've been talking.
Oh, that's awesome.
So I've been talking with Lewis a little back and forth. You know, it's really up to him what he wants to do. But I mean, you should take that as a compliment, you know, that your stuff is good enough to sell in the stores. And hopefully, hopefully Lewis is cool with that, or we'll see how it goes, what he wants to do. But the one of the covers is listed on the website, and I have gotten interest over that book. So
by the way, Mindy, I really love the gorilla cover. It's really good. Like, it's like,
oh, thank you. Here, I'll
that is pretty.
Thanks.
It's like a outfit.
Show it real quick.
Wasn't there initially like something going on with the cover?
Oh, well, on my cover,
which was a bunch of BS.
Yeah. Well, okay,
absolute
so
BS.
I'm a conservative, and the whole like Me Too stuff that's been happening in comics lately, I had some opinions about. And honestly, like I grew up super leftist Canadian, and it was just a whole kind of thing. I was being attacked by a bunch of feminists at the time for some stuff I'd said. And so while I was being like trolled by that, and then I was being trolled by Comicsgate at the same time on Twitter, like my campaign went down for this when it was running. So I thought I had been like trolled, you know, like take it down because people were talking crap on social media. But anyways,
that's so stupid.
I know it's, and like honestly, it's so funny because I'm a survivor of domestic abuse from like 10, 15 years ago. So I know all about it. And so I'm like a really good person to actually like ask about this stuff. But like, no, and I think that a lot of the Me Too things that have happened lately have been just like invalid from having gone through it myself. I don't think that it was gone about the right way, but you know, it's an unpopular opinion. So I was just getting flack for it at the time. So that's what happened with this. It went down for a little while. It turns out that
while it was down, people started coming up with ideas.
Yeah, that's
like, we're not going to let this happen to us. We're not going to let this happen to us. And that's why there's better, cheaper, with no gatekeeper.
That's right. Better. That's very good, Pops. That's very good. So yeah, it is.
Do whatever they please, and they don't submit to anybody. It's passion projects from their own interest and whatever they want to write about and whatever they want to show, and that's what I love. I love.
That's why I wanted to bring out the Women of the Madness. That's why I wanted to bring the Women of the Madness out, because y'all strong and y'all have gone through some stuff and you're still pushing. And I want to get this network. I want to get this thing going, man, because getting all.
I've just got that crackhead energy. to be honest. I don't have nothing to contribute.
Danny's the one with the energy. Okay, I'm the one with the passion. He's the one with the energy. I need to bottle that kid's energy, man. He's something else. But putting all you guys' books in stores. Come on, when you're shipping 20 to a store instead of 1 to a guy.
Yeah, it seriously adds up. Like it's what it's been missing. So like I worked in comics back in 2014-15 was when I first broke into the industry, and I did colors at first, and then I did pencils and inks, and I worked with Zenoscope and IDW and Rothic and a few other publishers. And like honestly, I saw it get really, really bad in the industry in 2016 around the election time. And everybody was at each other's throats. Everybody, and you know, I got a bit of trolling, and it left a really sour taste in my mouth. So I left comics, and then I came back, and then there was this whole Comicsgate trolley stuff still. And anyways, long story short, I've got a whole YouTube channel where I go over all of it, but comics, great. Like it seems like people really broke off from the industry after 2016, and the crowdfunding was really big, got really big, but it leaves this holes for comic shops. And I used to have my own comic shop. My husband and I opened our own. We ran it for a little over a year, and it's like you guys are missing out on so much. You don't even understand how much you're missing out on, like the people. And that's where the industry really happens. I'm going to be honest. Crowdfunding is like its indie bubble, and it's great. It's been awesome for the creators. You guys have like 2-3 years strong on it. But like, if you really want to be like the next Jim Lee, the next whoever, the next really like famous comic artist or writer, the next Robert Kirkman with your indie book, like the way to do it
stores, man.
is to put it, because there's so many people that you're missing out on. Like I'm going through these comic shops and I'm talking to a bunch of them. We have a network that we're building. There's about 350 shops in the country that are really indie friendly, and they're really interested in the books. They want them, like they want them bad. You guys don't understand. So they're really excited about this. You just go check it out. Go check out the Facebook page for it, and you'll see like there's so much buzz around it. A lot of customers that come to the store don't do crowdfunding, you know, they just don't. And the comic shops have struggled enough as it is, especially this year with COVID. And then DC pulled out for a while. They had issues with Diamond.
They dropped 25% of their titles. There are holes on the shelves in the comic stores.
And you guys could be the next.
And Marvel falling to Comicsgate, sort of Dynamite getting there. Like,
I was disappointed to hear that, because I joined, if you will, Comicsgate back in 2018 because I thought I totally had a wrong idea that it was a safe space for conservative artists.
I don't want to go into all that right now.
Yeah, I won't. But I'll just say that I think we're doing a real positive thing.
I want to talk about the funding site, not so much the idiots that gave us the reason to need it. You know what I mean? Because it's idiots on both sides. It ain't just one side or the other. It's the extremes on both sides that make it hard.
That's true.
Yeah, there's problems. There's problems all over the industry, you know, and there's a lot of hiring not based on talent, and this has just been a problem going on for a long time. So this is cool because Indie Crowdfund, you don't actually have to have a publisher to get your books in the stores, you know, and you're taking the cut. If you go through,
going to tell you what you can and cannot write or draw in your books. Nobody's going to go, oh, you're going to have to fix that panel. We can't have that. No gatekeeper.
Yeah, no comics code, in short.
Exactly. It's all you. It's all you. And a publisher is going to take 80% of your profit. We just have like the regular standard platform. We're actually cheaper than Indiegogo and Kickstarter too. They charge 5%. We charge. So, and we're setting up this whole week. That's been about like setting up fulfillment partners to give you guys discounts on shipping, discounts on fulfillment. So it's easier for you.
Gemini, they're trying to do everything. They're trying to put together something that's going to benefit all indie creators, man. It's going to benefit all of you. You just got to like jump in when it pops up, man. You got to jump in.
You guys do well.
You want to be on the store shelves. You want them to buy 10 books at a time from you, or 20 or 50, or do you want to have to sell one at a time to people?
It's a big shift.
I mean, look, you reach 100, 200, 300 backers, or do you want to reach 100, 200, 300 stores?
Yeah.
This is what I'm saying.
Yeah, Pops is so
and
on
creators
it.
have to put in the backbreaking work too. It's not sitting back and going up to stores or certain people. You just got to be sociable and go up to everybody and be friends. Like, make friends, not make partners. Make friends, because that's what will really help you.
Y'all ain't gonna have time to make friends because you're gonna be putting out monthlies. You're not gonna be doing this once every 7-8 months thing. If you want to be on the store shelves, you're gonna have to work. You're gonna have to be thinking about putting out a monthly book, and that means getting your team to work. And work. I'm serious. This ain't gonna be like, oh, I'm gonna put a book on the shelf once a year. That ain't getting you nowhere either. You got to think the way they think, as far as providing us fans with a story that we get to pick up once a month at the comic shop.
That's really hard though, Pops, because you have to think about everything involved with that.
That's the hard part. That's the hard part.
That is the hard part. That's the goal. That's if you want it. If you want it, it's there. And it's also used as a traditional crowdfunding platform too. So you can still do everything you're doing. And then you can like grow into that. You know what I mean? So the connection is there if you want it. But you can still stay with what the crowdfunding model is now too. You know what I mean? It's just a lot of options available. Here's my husband.
That's not the hard part.
It's late night.
Definitely not the hard part. The goal is for you to stop making this your hobby and to make this your job. And you can do that when you don't have someone taking 80% of your money and flushing it down the toilet. That's the goal, is so you can take this from being the hobby that you do on the side and go straight into the store shelves and make this your living. And that's who we're going to build this company on. That's who's going to be our backbone, are people that want this, that want to put the books on the shelves, that want to tell the stories, that want to fill the holes that the retailers have been demanding, and who are committed enough to do it. And you know what? You'll have the money to do it after you successful the first time.
Yeah, it's not for everybody. You can still use crowdfunding, and I think that there's a benefit to just doing crowdfunding too, because we are setting up fulfillment partners that are specifically comic related, as opposed to Indiegogo, Kickstarter have random fulfillment partners that are great, but they're not like comic mailers, comic this, comic that.
They're bringing retailers to you as well. They're bringing retailers to look at your books.
Yeah, I mean, it's like taking it to the next level. So it's there if you want it, and we'll have all the information on the site about what to expect. And I mean, it's there for you to take advantage of, and it's good for everybody. It's good for the shops, because as much as people might rag on the shops with everything, like I've seen it over the past 2 years where they're not happy with Marvel and DC. The shops are business people too. They're just small business owners. And they're struggling too. And it's not their fault that, say, Marvel and DC put out books that people don't like. It's not their fault. They're trying the best they can. So it really helps them to see new content. It really makes the world go round. It really helps comics for everybody. So that's the whole thing. I hope you guys like it. And feel free to message me. And I'm just Mindy Wheeler Art on pretty much every platform: Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. And
you can find her. She's in the madness.
Yeah, I'm in the madness.
I'm already attached to you, Mindy. So I sent you some DMs and stuff.
Yay, good. 'Cause I can help you. Like, it's about building small and on a solid foundation, as opposed to like being super big, super fast with indie crowdfund. I want to make sure everybody's like on the same page, and I'm here to help make everything smooth. The site is in like a beta alpha mode. You can go check it out right now if you want, but it's not 100% complete. So I'm actually encouraging comic shops this week to go in and make their profiles, and people are welcome to set up campaigns and sell their books too. But I mean, like, it's not launched yet. The payment processing is not launched. So we will be launched in about 2 to 3 weeks, and check out the videos that I'm posting. I think it's going to be a really cool thing. So
Yeah, I'll check it. We'll check it out. It's indie. Sorry.
Indie, Facebook.com/indie crowdfund Inc. is probably the best way you'll find it. I'll send it in the chat right now. That way you guys can watch the videos from everybody else that's been posting them about their thoughts. And yeah, it's real. It's happening. It's happening so fast. It's just been a super, super positive, like on all fronts. So yeah.
Gotcha.
And I know, like, you all have talents. So I mean, there's no reason you shouldn't give it a consideration, because your books could potentially be selling in like the 10,000 copy numbers. Just so you know, these comic shops, they have like 12,000, 4,000, 8,000 followers on Facebook, each and every one of them almost. You're missing out on all of that exposure.
Yeah.
It's a big
single
deal.
fans are great, but I want to be honest with you. I'm sick of paying $10 to get one book shipped to me. I want to be able to go to the LCS and get your book and your book and your book and your book and your book.
Yeah, if you guys have had success on crowdfunding, you're going to have success with the fans and the shops too. So
do you recommend it as a secondary after crowdfunding?
You can do it with either one. They're not going to tell you can't run your campaign whenever you want. They're not going to say, oh, you're running a Kickstarter? Sorry. They're not going to say, oh, you're on Indiegogo? Sorry. They're going to say, come on in, set up.
Yep. Yeah, I think Indiegogo and Kickstarter have their own rules about what they allow, but we don't have any restrictions. You can do whatever you want. And we're working out all the kinks this next week, and we've been working on it the past few days of how exactly the on-demand feature will work. But you should also be able to post all your previous issues of books you've already funded for sale too, so that the retailers can still pick those up.
That sounds like
nice.
a good idea.
Yeah, that sounds really good.
Yay, I'm glad you guys like it.
I love it. I'm going to be promoting it and trying to get my friends to be involved, especially, like I said, my LCS. I really hope Kelly's watching and is considering this, because I want to be able to just make one drive to get all my comics. This shipping and not knowing, what you're going to get, the condition is going to be in, or any of that. It's all crapshoot when we're doing crowdfunding. I've gotten some damaged books. I know some other people gotten some books. There's some stuff, or nothing at all even. Okay, so crowdfunding is a crapshoot. I don't want to take it out of the game, because there's still going to be people that can't get stuff at their local. Like, I live out in the boonies. The local's an hour drive. Okay, so when I go there, I'd like to be able to get it all at once, instead of just getting the big two and then still having to buy $10 every time I want to have a different book shipped to me. We need to get the USPS out of this mess. They're getting more money than
to be fair,
they're getting
to defend some of the crowdfunding. When you do back books and back projects on things like Kickstarter and Indiegogo, some publishers try to make it fair and actually give you more than just your book, like toss in rewards for going certain milestones within the project. So, it's a hit or miss, whether, depending on how popular the project is. If you're spending 10 or 20, sometimes it's worth it if it gets to its goal and beyond.
Like, trust me, I've scored the absolute best score you can possibly score. That was a random toss-in on a Kickstarter. I got number 13 of 13 of the black metal John Boy Myers Lady Deathloop.
Wow.
Number 13 of 13. That's all there is. And only 10 went into circulation. I spent $24 and I got that. Okay.
Wow.
I understand that part of it, and that's great with your super fans. But I'd still like to be able to go and see all the other books that maybe I'm not going to spend $20, $30 on, and be able to pick it up for $5 at the LCS.
But with indie projects like that, because I know it's a very small team that works on those books, and it's a hand-selected team that understands the story, can illustrate and convey the story the way it needs to be. So it takes a while. They can't, if they do it on a monthly basis, they're giving you a crap show. And so that's the job of the stores and for creators to connect and make sure that while creators are working on the next part of their story, there's something else that can fill the spot, and then something else and something else. That way you have unlimited choices. They can't do it on a monthly basis like you had mentioned earlier. It's like almost
not
impossible
at
to
first.
deliver a good story like that.
Sure, not at first. And that's what crowdfunding is for. But if they want it, if they want to grow into that, this provides means to an end to be able to get there. I don't think it's expected because it's indie books, everybody knows, and it's a crowdfunding platform. And so I think everybody understands, and they're willing to. And retailers are willing to be like, oh, I do understand. So it's just a matter of if the opportunity is there, then do you want to take it or not? And Brian Polito does all kinds of crowdfunding, but he also has his books on the shelves.
That's true.
And maybe that's part of the reason.
And he also has a website that has events, opening the vault, doing all kinds of stuff. All the.
Yeah, why deny yourself an opportunity to grow in the industry? It's really just growth that we're offering. I don't feel like it's so restricted that you have to put out monthlies. That's something that you can put in your campaign to be like, this is a starter project, this is this. And you might get so much traction if it is so good that you guys get the money to be able to outsource the things that you can't. Because that's really the trick to being able to make things bigger and faster, is to help get other creators on board, pay another artist to do the colors, whereas maybe you had the artist doing the pencils and the colors. You know what I mean? Like you start outsourcing. That's how comics work. You have a writer, you have an artist. Sometimes you have, like DC will have a shadow layout artist that does the layouts before the real top name artist comes in and draws over those layouts so that he doesn't have to spend so much time on it. So it's just about however you guys want to do it, whatever's comfortable with you. By all means, I don't want you guys to hurt yourselves and shoot yourselves in the foot because you're trying to keep up with something. And everybody understands, the retailers understands, it's an indie book platform for indie books
every other month. But I mean, the whole thing is when you realize the kind of money you can make, you're going to want to go to work. It's not going to be a hobby anymore.
Right.
Yeah. And there's still Indiegogo.
That's what Mike had mentioned.
Yeah, there's still Indiegogo and Kickstarter too. They're alive if that's what you want to stick with too. But I mean, it's the same. I think that you're going to be drawn to the discounts as well, just because of the fulfillment partners that are able to, be specific to comics. But it's whatever's in your comfort level. The retailer thing is optional.
Gotcha.
So perks, the way it works is you have your perks, your levels, whatever you call them, and there's a little checkbox that says display to retailers, and it's optional. You can click it or you can't. And you can also set like a minimum order quantity or your discounted rate to make it worth your time. Because you might not want to sell 2 copies to a retailer if you're giving them a discounted rate, but you would sell 200 to 500 copies at a discounted rate. So it's just, it's going to be a little adjustment because people aren't used to the platform, and generally things people aren't used to, it does cause some question. But I think the benefits outweigh the negatives. In fact, I don't really see any negatives at all. That would only be people pushing themselves too hard, restricting themselves. When I'm not putting any
and not choosing to grow.
Yeah, if you want it there, and you should really consider it, I think, because it's like, it's the golden ticket to being successful in comics. Look at Brian Polito. He's got a great business model. He does tons of crowdfunding. He's also in the stores. He also does events. I mean, he does everything under the sun you could think of to promote Lady Death, and maybe that's part of the reason his crowdfunding campaigns are so successful.
Mm-hmm.
He works, and he's still not doing it monthly. And he's working and working and working all the time. That's one thing that we learned from him when we had him in CromCon in the panel. And he was like, hey, I get up the next day, and it's not like I'm going to take a day off after something super successful. I wake up the next day, and it's like, what's next? And he wants to go to work. And that's what you got to do. I mean, if you want to be that kind of successful, you got to get up and go to work every day at what you're doing.
Yep. And nobody is DC and Marvel. Only DC and Marvel are DC and Marvel. So monthly may be too much, and I think your fans will understand that, because the way comics work is you build a successful, really loyal fan base, and everybody's fan base is different. Every artist, every writer, every creator has a totally different fan base. Like, yeah, sometimes they cross, but everybody is capable of getting their own loyal fan base, and they will understand. They will carry you. They will support you. If you can only put out a book once every 4 months, they'll understand. But they still want your book. They still want to be able to get your book. That doesn't kill the fact that they won't, or that they'll go to the comic shops. They'll still go and pick up your book if they know it's every 4 months. I don't think it's a problem like you might stress that it is. I don't think so.
No, I didn't mean it to be that much of a pressure thing. I'm just saying that's what the big two do. And when this starts rolling and you realize that they're on the shelves, and then they're off the shelves. That's
what I had initially thought. I'm like, whoa, how can you go out the gate like that?
No, we're not Marvel and DC, but I mean, if you're really into making comics, though, I mean, and you have the financial means to do it, why wouldn't you put out monthlies? Eventually, if as a goal, that would be cool. People would love it. The fans would really dig that. So it's just whatever you can do. The means are available for you to take advantage of, and just see how you like it, see where it goes, and we're here for any feedback you have.
All right. Yeah, I already checked it out. It's already pretty cool. It's a pretty cool platform to get stores and creators connecting and involved. So I'm all for it. I like it.
I'm more interested on the retail side. Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt, Pops.
Go ahead.
No, I'm interested in investing it more into the retail side, because I want to get into stores. And I do know plenty of stores, but some of them are kind of slow now, because right now California is in more of a lockdown than some of the other states, and they're kind of having to deal with them staying afloat. But if I could get in touch with other retailers across the nation, possibly abroad, hey, I'm down for it.
Yeah, I'm telling you, there's a lot of people that love indie books, and they'll share that love with you. So this is a cool way to just connect you and offer you fulfillment discounts. I mean, we're cheaper than Indiegogo and Kickstarter already, so I think that helps too. There's a lot of benefit. I really don't see a downside. It just stumbled. It was an idea that we accidentally stumbled upon when my Vampirella campaign went down, because we were like, why don't if my Vampirella campaign is down forever, which it didn't. It came back up. It actually was a glitch on Indiegogo's end, that Dynamite was canceling another campaign, so all of their campaigns went down, and they got locked out. They didn't tell Dynamite, is what I heard, and so that was kind of a big oopsie. But I was like, well, I still want to offer this book. Maybe is there another website I can go to? And I was like, well, maybe I'll just put it up for sale on my own. Somehow I'll figure it out. And that's when the whole idea developed, and it just grew. And that was only 3 weeks ago. You know what I mean? So it's happening. When I said it's happening really fast, it's happening really fast, and it's a positive.
Funny because Mindy, she knows the day her book went down, it was about 4:00 in the afternoon, and I made a post in the group, and it said comic-related crowdfunding. I was just as mad as she was that they were taking my friend's stuff down, and I was like, "What can we do? We need to come up with something. We need to come up with something where nobody's in control in that way over what we get to buy." Okay.
Yeah.
And I was thinking about you.
And we got that psychic connection there, Pops, you and I.
I went right out and posted it. I can even see the post. It had a big yellow background. Comic-related crowdfunding. We need it, or something like that.
I think I remember that. Now that you say that, that's funny.
It's in the group. You go back and look. It's there. Because that's what I was thinking, just like you were. I was like, man, we got to quit. We got to stop this. We got to stop them letting them decide who gets to be published and who gets to be crowdfunded and who gets to be a comic person. Everybody can be a comic person.
Yep.
And
if you don't have a publisher, that's totally fine. Publishers anyways take usually about 80%. So if you are worried about time constraints, but you have 80% more money in your pocket, you can hire those things out, with that extra money and help make things happen a little bit easier, or pay your rent that month. You know what I mean? Give yourself a little bit more time. I know how it is. I've been a struggling artist and stuff for years and years, and I'm finally coming out with my own book very soon, and it'll be on this platform. It's like a Halloween book. So I'll start the campaign at the beginning to mid-September, and then it'll be off. So yeah, I totally get it. I'm in the same boat as you guys.
Thank you, Mindy. I'm glad to come out and talk about that. I do want to get a little shout out to my boy JT's book right here, though, because, I know JT for quite a while. We go back quite a ways, a few different groups back, actually, before the madness. I knew him in a couple different groups. And, yeah, man, it's like this one here. I actually have a copy of it, not the special edition, but I do have a copy of the first book, Sapphire Spectre. This one has a couple of extra stories and some new covers, but it's the original book, but it has extra stuff. Got Karen Nicole on a cover. I think I saw Karen Nicole on a cover.
She's actually on 2 covers, and we've got a Karen Nicole character trading card, and then a comic size holofoil print that is available to add on.
Hannah Blue.
Yep.
Hannah Blue cover. Over here we got an Alfred Trujillo cover. Alfred and Carrot. Now, I don't know if y'all know, but Alfred's Carrot's husband. Totally cool dude. Totally great artist.
Shout out to both of them for their super successful cover on Lily the Demoness Chapter 4. It was really pretty.
Yeah, it was awesome.
She's everywhere.
I was there when she shot that, actually.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, that was fun.
Because she's, Carrot, she's an Arizona girl, and I spent 35 years there. One of the few people in comics that I knew was a Phoenix person back in the day. Not that far back, though. But you know what I'm saying. My last collection before I moved up here. Anyway, Karen Nicole is Fire Bitch. She's Naughty Fairies. She's Spotify with music now. She's everywhere. And
she's doing movie appearances too.
Yes, she's everywhere. And I told JT, I was like, dude, good snag, bro. Because you gotta have.
I have some really good stories about me and Kara. So we had a lot of fun at C2E2 before all the COVID stuff went down.
I have yet to go to C2E2. I probably should go do that.
Yeah, well,
I wanted to do it this year, but I didn't get around to doing it.
Great show.
Did too, because it's like right around the corner.
I've never been anywhere beyond Tampa Bay.
So I just want to tell you guys that the amazing thing about this campaign is that it keeps going and going and going, and I cannot believe how many backers we're getting. They unlocked 2 goals last night. They hit $8,000 and they hit 150 backers. So they unlocked a patch and they unlocked a bandana last night. And just in that amount of time, we've almost raised another $600 in funds in 24 hours. So
we got the bandana.
Yep.
Sick.
That's
so
nice.
Next, it's the Trujillo print.
Yeah, it's can be a comic size print too.
Ooh, so they're only $379 away from that. You got 165 backers. Come on, man, JT, you're killing it, bro. You still got 12 days to go. I'm proud of you, man. This is killing it.
Yep.
And there's JT right there. Creator, artist, and writer of the Sapphire Spectre. Oh, I got rid of it. What did I do that for? Come back here. Where'd he go? Come back here.
Get over here.
Oh, you can tell I'm new to this stuff, right? I hit see more and it went to a totally different page. I'll just leave it alone. He's a full-time punk rocker, though. I'll give you that. Let's see. Sylvia Sloan. Sylvia Sloan is the name of the character. She had an encounter with a powerful ghost demon hybrid that killed her and her family. And you know, that had to be the Frank Castle effect come out of her after that. I'm not going to spoil her. I don't like the spoilers, so.
I have to pick that
I
up.
really like this Travis Starling cover, too.
That one is so nice. I like it. I love the hair. The smoke, it looks so... Ugh.
There were too many covers that I liked on this one that I could not pick, so I just ended up backing all of them.
That's awesome.
That's it. I'll just back
Yeah, I totally did.
What's this one? What's that mean?
I don't know. I told him to post the link. But Pops, I gotta run, guys. I gotta go work on.
Thank you, Mindy.
It's so nice to meet you. Talk to you guys later.
Bye.
Thanks for coming out. Mindy Wheeler, everybody. The Art of Mindy Wheeler.
Yeah, check out our Vampirella cover. It's tits.
Yes. She's got all kinds of stuff. She's got
That impressed me, that cover.
so much.
If you get a chance, Pops, post the links.
Post the links for which? For everything?
For both. For her Vampirella cover and the Sapphire Spectre Kickstarter.
Let's see.
So-
I got Vampirella right here. Let's drop that one. And
So I got a really wonderful comment on my Kickstarter. It's over, so I'm not plugging it. It's just funny. So somebody wrote down, I just got my shit in today by the worst effing tarot deck I've ever seen, considering it's a Lenormand Oracle deck. My wife absolutely loves them. Thank you for allowing me the opportunity to support this project.
wow.
Awful thing ever.
That's,
Good review. Good review.
That's a great review. I mean, like one guy, like, actually I got to say this, like I just write really weird stuff out of my head. So at the beginning, like guy said, I don't care what it's about. I don't even know what it's about. I'm just backing it because it's funny. I'm like,
Hey, if that works for him, that's what it takes.
I mean, I kind of go when I write stuff out for Kickstarter, for my Kickstarters at least. And I come up with this thing, like I get bored really easily. So it's like, okay, if I read my own Kickstarter, if I'm going to be feeling like I'm grinding reading through this, I know everybody else that's read probably 10 million Kickstarters and all that, no matter how good they are, they're going to be like, oh, okay, I don't want to read this anymore. I'm going to go. So I just wrote the most weirdest stuff on it ever. I mean, yeah, it was informative, but then I just would write it and then people would say, oh, that's funny. So it's like if it made me laugh, they would laugh too. So
that's how to write notes in school.
Yeah, right. It's like, yeah, okay, I'm gonna write about Renoir. He liked drawing big butt booby women. WA. All right, awesome. Most impression.
Starting with Picasso.
Yeah, right. It's like
Man was messed up.
Picasso's Dice Man at one point. Then he got really emo and did everything in blue for a while. And then like he went and did this other thing where he did like neo-cubism, which a lot of people at the Met really like and say it's brilliant, but okay. Just do things funny with squares and shit. But I mean, like, it would make me remember stuff. You know?
Pollock, again, got emo, took some Home Depot paint.
I sneezed all over it. That's Jackson Pollock. Oh, I'm sorry. Because they're like, you're shitting on all the artists.
I hate Pollock. I can't stand looking at his work. I get mad each time. And I guess that's him killing me because it's working. I hate looking at it.
Actually,
I think it's so stupid. I'm like, ugh, God, anybody could do that. But he did it, and that's what makes him famous. And he was an asshole about it the whole time, too.
Well, I mean, like, look at Dolly. He was just extra about his shit all the time.
Oh, my God. It's so hard to look through his works. It's really hard.
Actually, the first time I've ever had my own tarot deck is I owned like imagine like doing readings off a Salvador Dali deck. I didn't do the Rider Waite.
How did you read it?
I don't know, it was hard at first. It was hard at
I'm
first.
like, well, you got this flippy thing, you got a rectangle that has a hole in it, and you got this half naked woman, yeah, half incomplete woman.
Well, it's kind of like how many
Project your life onto that.
How many surrealists does it take to change a light bulb?
Please stop. This is gonna hurt my head.
Fish.
Fish.
What did you say?
How many surrealists? I said fish.
Fish.
Take to change a light bulb. Fish.
Fish. Yes.
It's like
rectangle.
I think with surrealism, you just kind of have to go with it. It's like it's like heavy on the Jungian like dream translation. I'm into dream translations myself, but you have to accept the fact that, you know, just sometimes just dreams happen as like sort of mental puke that your brain is working throughout the day, but you'll know if it actually means something prophetic or translating about shit that you have in your own head. So
Dolly was weird, man. The museum is actually here, but in St. Petersburg, and there is a room full of all of the explicit sexual letters he used to write to his wife and little doodles of the acts that he wanted to perform on her. And I'm sitting there, I'm like, well, this is the first work I was able to like read into about his, so cool, I guess. But I'm seeing an elongated buttocks. There's a foot here. There's a leg all the way to the corner of the page. What is going on?
I think half the time he was trolling everybody. He was really serious. I think half the time he was trolling everybody.
Him and Duchamp.
Oh, Duchamp like did a lot of weird things too. Like I wanted to think of a bunch of words to describe them, but Duchamp and him and Man Ray were like all insane. Like they were just like they had Un Chien Andalou, like that was one of the first things, and it got me.
I remember seeing that.
And he's like touching her boobs and stuff, and then he goes to the thing with the dead donkeys and the priest, and he like looks at. I think there's obvious symbology there, but sometimes I think they were just jerking you around personally.
I had my video editing teacher show us a video. Actually, I don't think it was. Maybe it was a video of this man who was a contemporary artist, and he had built a bridge, and he had an exhibit in some museum, and he had people walking over the bridge, and he was lying under that bridge the whole 12-hour day, and he was masturbating the whole day. Had a microphone right next to him the whole day.
At the right time.
but that was contemporary art. And the grunts, they just got painful, and people are walking over the bridge like, where's that coming from?
Oh God! Like nowadays, you get arrested. That's why it's like I think when a guy sends me a dong pic, it's like one of those guys that like actually goes and indecently exposes themselves. You know, back in the day, they're kind of doing like they're expecting you to be mad. They're expecting you to be horrified, or on the rare occasion be turned on. And I don't give them anything. I just screw with them.
They're expecting to get a rise out of you.
You said you back.
Come on.
You want to compare?
Look, guys. If you really want to get their attention, write a little message on it.
I mean, I drew mine as the Kraken, you know, because it was really weirdly shaped like a squid head.
Make it entertaining, because I'm telling you, this it probably isn't.
Christine would come out with like a book, a mini comic. It's strictly 18 plus. To all the what's that book? Like parody that one movie of To All the Boys I Loved Before, and it's just all the pictures that you're sent.
I always feel like, man, I mean, like right now with all the like the weird comics, you've probably seen the pictures that I've been drawing during the
hiding, Joe. Hiding. They're talking about all kind of weird stuff.
I mean, I just will put it like probably Vanitas Fair and just
this
like
is just the surface though. It's so superficial. This is the superficial of weird stuff.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's like, you know, like when I put stuff up there, I just want to kind of make a book called Vanitas Fair, which is like just basically just saying like, yes, our world is fucking fake, whatever. You know, effing fake. Sorry.
Put a picture of the Adobe Photoshop app as one page. Let it in.
I'm beginning to hate Adobe Photoshop. Let me be frank. And then Adobe says, we don't want you as our membership anymore. It's like, I don't mind the other things. Just Photoshop fix it. It sucks. Such a lag heavy piece of crap now. I mean, I basically
alter photos. Is the fact that they do vector formatting, but the layout is so complicated to navigate. And if you want to do a simple effect, you have to pull out a tool tray and then pull out the tool tray to that tool tray, and then go on the keyboard, adjust the number thingies. It's really weird. Oh, you want a specific shade of color? Here, go through the whole swatch list and see what color would be the next darkest shade.
I mean, that's what annoys me. It's like Clip Studio Paint. It just does it much quicker. Boom, 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 boom.
I use Sketchbook desktop for the most part. I mean, I wish Procreate was everywhere, but they're like, nope, if you want it, you gotta use the Apple product.
Really
lousy
on those kind of apps, or I would be the memlord of all life on Earth.
What do you say? You said the memlord?
My life, man, but I come up with the great ones all the time. Can't make them. I'm lousy with all them stupid apps.
The best memes are the ones that just make themselves, like Ben Shapiro.
No, I'm just saying, I come up with really good ones all the time, and I can't make them. I find a picture, and I'm like, oh, that needs this caption, but I can't put it on there and make it look good enough to put it out there and show it to anybody.
It's not a meme. It's not a contemporary meme if the caption does not make sense and does not match what's going on in the picture.
Oh, well, it does. That's what I'm saying. I'll see a picture and it will trigger something that, okay, it needs this caption, but I'm no good at putting captions on pictures. That's what I'm saying. I can't.
Well, then that's fine, because the caption cannot make sense. That's what makes it funny today. Is if you have a picture of a watermelon and it says, I have a phone call, it's automatically funny because it just doesn't make sense and there was no effort put into it. That's what people like.
Mine are thinking memes. Thinking memes. They make you go, oh, gee.
The last best thinking meme I saw was a meme with the Queen of England and the bishop, and the floor is like checkerboard. And it was like a chess meme. It was good. That was a good thinking one.
I made one once where it was, you know, when Obama went on Bear Grylls' show.
He was?
He went on Bear Grylls' show while he was president. He went on Bear Grylls' show.
Really?
And I have a picture of him sitting on the beach or next to the water with Bear Grylls. And I was like, man, this needs a caption. It really does. Because it was 2016 and everybody was talking about our reality show president. So I got this picture and I typed up on that picture. I said, and then I said, the presidency is a serious business, not a reality show. Because there he is on a reality show in the middle of his presidency. And he was out there talking about Trump being the reality show president. I'm like, no.
He's drinking his own urine.
He used to be on a reality show. Now he's president. You were president and you were on reality shows. There's a difference. But I can't make them. All I can do is like plain text. I can't make pretty fonts and make it look super cool. So I just don't make them.
It's all good. It doesn't need a pretty font. It really doesn't. For it to be successful, it does not need a pretty font.
I thought it had to look cool.
Actually, if you handwrite it, it's better.
Handwriting?
Handcrafted memory.
Okay, let me see if I can find it. I'll put it in the comments in the madness. If I can find it.
I feel so disgusted in myself just talking about memes as if I don't do that with kids that come into my store already.
You help them make them.
All right, you guys, I think I'm actually going to log off here. It's getting a little late for me.
Where are you at, Lisa, if you don't mind me asking?
I'm I'm in Central Time, but my husband's come home in like 2 hours ago, and he hasn't eaten. So
He's
yeah,
wasting
I
away
don't,
in
I
the
don't need to go
background.
back down to hangry husband. So
No, hangry is not good.
I'm gonna make a move as well because it's 3:05 here in the UK.
Well, it's good meeting you, Anna.
Oh wow.
yes, I sent you all requests except for you, Eve. I've got to do you.
I forgot.
That's all right. You know what? I'll find your name because my name is like half a paragraph.
Okay.
So I got you.
Yeah.
I'm connected to Lisa and
You guys
Mindy.
are all in the madness.
Dennis.
You can find each other. You're all
Yeah.
in the madness. Don't panic.
We're not
Gotcha.
panicking. We're girls. We're networking.
What was
There's
that?
no boy drama. No need to panic.
Joe says
There we
good
go.
night. Thank you, everyone. It was great. He's actually giving you the seal of approval on the evening. So
Oh, fantastic.
Hey,
Thank you, Joe.
I'm
you.
thinking I
We
might.
scared him. We got him. Everyone back in.
Thinking I might have a ladies' night once a month.
You should. I think that's a great thing.
That's just exclusively the ladies. You know, that's not saying you can't come out during the other Mondays too. But I think I'm gonna do. You know, what is this? The third Monday of the month?
I'll make sure I'll bring my whole dinner plate this time and not just the dessert.
Okay, we're calling it. The third
Bring
Monday of
enough
the
to
month-
share, honey.
The third Monday of the month is ladies' night from now on.
All right.
Here first. Yee, I got one more thing I got to pump though. You guys, if you got to go, Ennis, thank you so
Thank
much.
you
for
so
coming
much.
Again.
Yeah, I'll see you guys later. Thank you so much, you
Thank you.
guys.
Thank you. Nice meeting you guys.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you
Good
too.
meeting you.
Take care.
And we will talk more. We will promote. We will make things happen for people. That's what we'll do.
Yep.
Eve, you're going to be on Mojo Book 2. You're doing a cover on Mojo Book 2. And we didn't even talk about it much, but I wanted everybody to know anyway. Yeah.
Bro, I think I'm able to give people a peep. I already posted a peep not long ago. Anyway.
Oh yeah?
Screw these earbuds. Yeah. I mean, again, it's the same peep from a while ago, and it's light pencil, so it's not like I'm showing too much.
Oh,
but there it is. That's just a small peek of what's happening, and I'm showing enough, but not enough at the same time. So I think I'm safe because all you can really see are her eyes. But this is the cover in the works. Now that I've finished Russell's pinup for his Nanite Titan book.
Right.
So awesome. So now I'll be able to get the ball rolling on my other works and have those finish up soon, because what made Russ's piece different is that it was actually digitally oil painted with a mix of like watercolor. It was a lot. I had to go back to college, think about painting and color theory and the improv painting that I did. And so we made that work. So now it's time to go back to the graphic aesthetic of my stuff.
The dragon was beautiful.
Thank you.
The dragon was beautiful.
On my iPhone, the colors don't come out clear, but when you go on the computer, they like come out better. So it's so weird.
Yeah, I loved it.
Thank you.
Purple. There's some purple in there. I loved it.
I had to make sure that the colors that were coming from his armor was also kind of cohesive to his body, and while still popping out. So that's kind of what I was trying to do.
It looks great. I loved it. I did.
Thank you.
And I can't wait to see what you do with our Mojo.
I'm so excited because I've been listening to a bunch of Santana lately, and I'm like, this is so good to just put on while I work on her.
Black Magic Woman.
That's exactly what I'm saying. Black Magic Woman, I need that on repeat for 10 hours because it's such a perfect song. Maybe I might do a speed draw and then put Black Magic Woman to it, and we'll post it up.
Oh.
Ooh, Black Magic Woman's a cool song.
Yeah, it is.
It is. It's so good. Dude, Santana's amazing. He goes all around the board. Maria is another great one. Oh, he did
Maria's
one.
a good one. I like
Yeah, he did.
He did one with Rob Thomas, and I totally like it's just like the ocean under the moon.
Yeah, I know that one. Yeah.
It's like a ocean that I get from you.
I don't know the name, but I know exactly which one you're talking about. Let's see. There's another one he did with a band I grew up because my mother played it. It's a Hispanic rock band, Mana. That one's good. Oye Como Va. Good. All of his songs are great.
Your heart, make it real, or just forget about it. Oh, I think that's how that went, right?
I'm trying to remember the freaking name of the song.
I never cared. As long as I know what they're talking about, I don't need to know the name. Yeah, y'all, that's what we're doing.
He posts a bunch of poetry. If you follow him on Facebook, he posts a bunch of poetry, and it's the smoothest thing that you see. Like just reading all the stuff that he posts, it feels like I'm in a cigar lounge and like smelling the smoothest cigar. It's that smooth. I get that imaginary smell. Huh?
Those aren't cigars, sweetheart.
Which?
I don't know. No, I know the difference. Maybe when he's writing, it's not, but it's the smoothness of his writing. I get the imaginary smell of a cigar, and it's so great. I can sit there. I'm like, oh my god, this is so good.
That's cool. I like that. You get a
I don't know what it's called. It's
ghost sensations. Is that what they call it?
Yeah, I get that ghost smell. I get it a lot. Actually, here's a funny story. I was taking out the trash at work, and I had the strongest craving for this leftover fried, like tacky Chinese shop fried rice that we have in the fridge. And the craving was so strong, I had the ghost smell of it. And the dumpster outside actually smelled kind of good because I had that ghost smell in my nose. I'm like, man, the dumpster doesn't smell too bad today. And I'm almost sticking my head in there. I'm like,
This is awesome. We still have a whole bunch of people watching this, and we're just like,
well, like I just saw like Eva's like the goblin one. I'm still laughing about that immaturely.
Oh my god, you saw it?
Yeah, I saw. Well, I just saw what you wrote, and I'm just like laughing about it.
Oh, nah, I need to link you the 2 videos. Forewarning, I know that's me in those videos. I know it's me. I know that you're going to get the same energy too. I love it.
So I want to show off Eric's book because Eric's book.
Oh, I've seen this around. Yeah, this
Eric's book needs to get there. Okay, we got 3 days to go. We got 54 backers, and we're still $510 from goal. This is good stuff, you guys. I mean, that's a Rick Tyndale right there.
Oh, that's beautiful.
I mean, that's a Rick Tyndale print. It's, I mean, this. Look, how many comics come with a freaking map? There's a map, so you know where they're at.
It really reminds me of what's it called, Eye of the World. I don't know. A lot of the really good fantasy novels, they have a map.
Yes.
A real illustrated map, like takes up 3 pages for their book. That's what that reminds me of. That's so cool.
And there's Demon Phil. He did a review. You can give him
nice. Demon Phil.
Demon Phil's review.
Hey, Gal Phil.
This is. But look, there you got a Russell Oldham print, a Mojo print thrown in there, a Mojo print thrown in there.
I see.
Yeah.
I'm thinking of Spanish, a CSC, like so.
Yeah, a CSC.
You
got these covers. You got the Caleb Mendez cover, black and white.
I love those inked covers. A lot of people just overlook inked covers and not realize there's so much work. Because colors sometimes drown out artwork, like the original line and inks and all of that. And just seeing the raw inks and all the technique that goes into it, it's sensory overload. It's so good.
So you can get the PDF. You can get print. You can get print and PDF. You know, I mean, pretty much all the stuff. Got postcards and stretch goals and all that. I like this though, the homage to DC's Crisis on Infinite Earths #7. I like that cover right there. That's pretty cool. But I wanted to say the way this book was described to me is Game of Thrones meets the X-Men.
Yeah.
Which I was like, okay, so we got like mutant Vikings. I'm right, I'm down. Mutant Vikings. I'm in.
I find Vikings fucking hot, man. Oh, sorry. I said the F word again.
Oh, you know what we should do, Joe?
She's on some stuff. I agree.
We should start a swear word tip jar.
Oh, so every time
I'm a college student. I don't have that money.
We'll make tons of money.
You got to throw $1 at somebody. Every time somebody swears on the show, they got to throw $1 at somebody's Kickstarter.
Oh, somebody.
Well, I'm on that road college.
You love it, you know, the $1 backer. I've never understood that because doesn't it cost more to back a book for $1 than the $1 you're backing the book for? It costs like $3 to back a book for $1. When you figure in all the fees.
Oh yeah, because of shipping and.
No, I mean like you just do the $1. I'm just gonna back it for $1, but then you got your credit card fee and the PayPal fee and the Kickstarter fee.
Oh yeah.
It's like, didn't you just pay $3? Donate $1.
I know.
I've just always wondered, you know, I don't think I'd go that far down. Let's see, Tony Tilton. Is that Go Away Tony?
Yeah, that's the Tony. You and Tony
Go Away Tony. What's up, bro?
He says, I see you now because I told him, like, because I was on the show and I told them about what do you look like?
Go away, Tony.
That's all right. I have people that look like that I work with, so I completely understand what you're saying.
Yeah, Tony's one of the nicest guys that you know he'll ever know. But like when you look at him, it's like, yeah, he could go and be a convict and stuff, and that must have been great for that guy. I think you probably saw the post, right, Eva, where I said like nothing is more stupid than a sex-starved human male in quarantine, and that was the guy that said, "You and Tony go away." I know Pop saw that.
I think I saw that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw it. It was hilarious.
There was a couple days I was literally sleeping, so and I have no idea if it may have been in one of those days.
So I also wanted to make a little comic-related madness announcement. We hit 1,500 members.
Yay!
1,500 people in the madness. I'm kind of proud of that because I never thought it would ever be more than 300-400 people tops. You know,
that's kind of me. I get that because I with my Instagram, I'm like, oh wow, we're finally at 300. We're finally at 50 guys.
When I started it, there was before the COVID and before the trying to help everybody and promote everybody and bring people here. In the beginning, it was just a couple hundred collectors and a few really special people like Polito and I mean it was just a little fun group. And now it's like, man, I'm blown away by the amount of support that everybody gives me and everybody in the group. I mean, I'm pretty blown away by what's happening. We're exploding. Joe's making it even bigger. Joe's gonna make it bigger. You guys, he's out there joking at us, dropping F-bomb and calling us the Black Label Show right now. But Joe's making CromCon big, and he's gonna make the whole network big. You guys are gonna be glad to be involved in what's going on here all the way around. The madness has big, indie crowdfunding, big platform for everybody, a virtual platform, not just my little group. It's going big. It's going to be fun. You guys are going to be glad.
What I kind of find fun and funny at the same time is that where we were probably once those people that liked stuff from the big two and we were teased about it. Now everybody's liking stuff from the big two because it's now pop culture. So now we have our own little getaway from those people so that we're not confused for that mix. like, oh, I love this comic, and they're like, what's that? You read the comic? Meanwhile, wearing a Marvel like Silver Age shirt just because they saw the movie and they liked it and they think it's a retro shirt. That's what bothers me, is when people wear certain things. I feel like it should be a rite of passage to wear a certain shirt, like a band shirt or a comic character shirt. I have girls come in all the time. They're like, this is so retro. It's gonna look so cute with my sneakers. I'm like, yeah, that's gonna look so cute. Upsell them. You can get this and this and this.
I just think wearing like really weird stuff like Mike Diana, like he was actually jailed for his comics, but that was because he was mistaken for a serial killer, and he wasn't that serial. But it was like, oh, because of that violent stuff you draw, then it's like, look up Mike Diana. Seriously, he's like, this was in the 90s and stuff, you know, but he got jailed for that. I have to like watch that documentary. I'm more of a fan of documentaries because sometimes like my brain is like so taken up by like doing other things that it's like I have to watch documentaries.
Yeah.
You know, I'm kind of weird.
And they're just easy to follow, you know, versus watching a TV show you're interested. It's so hard to like do one or the other. Meanwhile, a documentary can play in the background while you're doing something else and you'll still be able to hear everything from it. Because there's no necessary visual that you have to see with it. It's good stuff.
There's another one. There's another one that I watch. I watch cat videos too. Like sometimes that's just soothing because when people start annoying me, I just go ahead and watch like Cream Heroes and stuff. So I watch cat videos. That's why I'm so zen. People are like going, "How come you like are so calm during this time?" I said, "I watch cat videos and I laugh at everybody." Like there was this one time during one of my Kickstarters, I was like a couple dollars away from 4,000, the one in the beginning of the year. And then they were like going, I don't know why anybody would go and throw down like $4,000. And one of my friends said, oh, really? And so they put in more money. So I would hit $4,000. So I screenshot that guy's like freaking comment and I put it all up on my social media. And I said, wow, I saw this picture and I laughed at him.
No, it makes me laugh, and it's regarding the world's people. Like if you're feeling bad one day and you really need a laugh, you go on some random porno site and type in COVID, and just watch everything that pops up into this. People think it's the most obscene, crazy, like just the captions alone. And if you read the comments, people are actually having full blown discussions. Like. I don't think that they're that, but I watched it anyway.
You know what I like doing is like sometimes I'll throw in like my artwork, right? In groups. Most of the time people just find it funny. They get it, right? But there's that one person, it's like I go, this bee, right? And one woman said, oh my God, how can you go and throw racism and sexism as a viral trope at the same time? I'm like, what? She's green. Like, what are you talking about? And it was funny because she tried to sass me and I was the admin of the group. And I'm like going, so I showed the other admin, said, hey, dude, look at this. And he said, do you want me to delete her? I said, oh, I already deleted her. Screw her. I mean, it's like, you know what? As I said, if somebody doesn't like my work, I don't delete them or I don't block them. But if they just have to be a jerk off, it's like, all right, you want to play. Like when
people like casually comment that they didn't like an aspect of my work by saying this one person not long ago on a drawing I did, and it was getting traction. I get really bored really easily. I was getting a lot of traction, but somebody commented a link to a book about figure drawing, and I'm like, okay. You know, it's like a sort of snobby kind of comment to do that without even interacting with the post or saying anything else. Like,
Well, you know what's funny is that one time this one guy wrote down in a group, he was like going, oh, so many hashtags that I have to ignore it. And so I replied back, you know, the fact that you actually commented makes my stats go up more, so I win. So I waited an hour and I blocked him. I'm like, I would have put a hashtag between each word.
Hashtag you make me big.
Or how about this hashtag you're a loser?
That one works too.
Yeah, but I decided to block him, but I also reported him too.
Hashtag I have the higher ground.
Well, it's kind of
You've
funny.
underestimated my power.
Well, one time there was this guy, it was so funny. He was bothering my friends. Like, so my friends are half black, half white. And this jackass was saying like, oh, you're not black enough. And it's like, and he's a white dude. I'm like, okay, white man, kind of joking. And then, so I saw his like description. It's like Antifa, like worked at Antifa. And he was saying like, well, I dated a couple of girls that were part of Antifa. So I know. And I'm like, so people were making fun of him. And so they said, so you stuck your weenie in a couple of Antifa girls. So now you're part of the cause. All right. And so like we were clowning him so hard, my friends and I. So I just said, oh wait, weren't they declared a terrorist agency? Report. Block. And I just said,
speaking of clowning, one of the best pages to follow on Facebook is the ICP page. The Insane Clown Posse.
Oh, I heard that was insane. Yeah.
Oh my God.
The juggalos and stuff.
I want to understand the culture, and I'm the next time the convening of the Juggalos happens in Florida, make no mistake, I'm going. Okay. But I don't know if I should like buy a leather suit or if it's customary to bring a bottle of Faygo, like you would bring to somebody's house who's having like a little hors d'oeuvre party or something. Do I bring Faygo like that? I see people bring.
But then you might get your butt for being. Bring pass, but then you might get your butt kicked for being a hipster.
Okay, look, I need you too. We've been out here for 2.5 hours, and not one person has backed Mojo the whole time we've been out here. Get somebody to back Mojo. Eve, sweet talk somebody right now in the chat into backing Mojo. Come on, give us one.
Mojo, or I'll draw a horrible picture about you, like right now. And I don't care if you like exist in real life or it's your real picture. I will draw something about you.
Tony, back Mojo, bro.
Back Mojo or get the dojo.
Somebody give me 107 before we go off there, please. Come on, somebody. We've been out here all night.
We're at 420, 44.
We deserve
raise that number to get it $699.99.
If you get 6,900, that's awesome.
That would be sick. Y'all better make it happen. I know all of you actually have jobs because I am probably the only person in college working a minimum wage job right now in the group. You guys better use your job money. You don't have to pay the bills this month. Your children can wait.
Somebody back this book right now so Eve will smile big all night long. Sacrifice for you, man. Come on.
It really doesn't take a lot to make me smile because I smile at everything and even serious things, and that's how I get into a lot of trouble.
A $3 PDF. Come on, somebody make that thing go to 107. I want to see 107. Come on.
I want to see 6,900. That's what I want to see.
But I said that.
Give us a good number.
I'm just talking about back. I just want to have a backer tonight.
6911. Can you make this 6911?
Christy will do fan art.
Oh God, you want me to do fan art? Maybe I'll do Demon Bitches. This guy. And you're like, no,
you still have to draw me and Demon Bitch in our matching suit. Ooh, not even suit or whatever that is. The little song thing.
You can draw Demon Bitch with Pop.
No. I'm gonna show you what I mean. Look, I got this keychain that kind of looks like me.
That's
God, you were showing me that. And I just said, and you said maybe I should hit it up. I said that outfit will not look good on anybody unless you got a porn like made body. And I mean like
no, I deliberately would. I told myself if I could not get the body I wanted in my 20s, then I'll get a belly piercing when I'm 80. That's how I want to live. So you know what? I'm fine. I'm fine if I don't have the body for this because neither does she. She kind of looks like a chicken nugget. I love it. I kind of look like that.
Chicken nuggets covered in whipped cream. Remember how I told you that outfit just will not look good on anybody?
No.
One backwards.
That's what makes it great, though.
Outfit you can't really rock anyway with anybody. Like if you just have a regular body, even if you look really good and you're super toned and stuff, you're not gonna look good in it. It's like you'd have to have a porn body like with inflated boobs and stuff.
Yeah, your gut's gonna look like much more enhanced. Your boobs are gonna be spread far apart because gravity is a thing. And people who have boobs like straight down the center are defying gravity somehow.
You know, one of the girls that influenced Demon Bitch, I was really surprised because she was surprisingly flat chested, but how she's an asshole. So she's a butthole. So this is why I'm making fun of her. Okay. So like she was super scrawny, right? But for some reason she can make her boobs look saggy. She never really had big boobs to begin with, but it's like she looks absolutely flat. But when she poses a certain way, they're like, ew. And I'm like, you're younger than me. What the hell?
You're talking about fried eggs.
Fried eggs, is that what they're called, Pops? Oh man.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Here's a
I really did.
Physics.
Yeah, it's like pregnant dog titties. That's what you have to say. That's what Tariq, one of my viewers, said. It's like pregnant dog titties.
Somebody back Mojo Rising. Somebody back.
Just back it. Just throw a dog
right there. Look, I'm in it. I'm in it. Back it.
Or Mojo will come and voodoo your butt.
Damn, Pops, you look like a Jason Momoa stunt double there.
You think so? I think I'm actually kind of hypnotized in that panel. Actually, I think I'm just kind of like zombieing toward the graveyard.
Oh, that's just you after you take a few hits.
There you go. There you go. And that guy behind me, that's Raj, by the way.
Oh, that's cool.
That's Raj behind me and his son.
Oh, nice.
I couldn't tell if he was wearing a tin helmet. Nah, he's wearing his baseball cap backwards. I see.
Yeah, that's Raj. You can tell. Manny even got all his tattoos right. Manny didn't even get my tattoo, but he got all Raj's right.
You got tattoos?
But yeah, somebody go back that book, man. I guarantee you're gonna like it. We're already talking about book 2. It's over halfway done. Eve's doing a cover for book 2. It's not going away. You might as well get on board. That's what I'm talking about.
Why get my book 2 if you don't have book 1?
No, I'm saying we already got book 1 done. We're already halfway.
I know, but what I'm saying is why even in the future consider getting my book 2 if you don't have the book 1?
Yeah, well, we want them to get yours even if they don't have book 1. Trust me.
That's true, though.
We want everybody to get yours. Everybody to get yours. No, that's on the next book, bro, Patrick. On book 2, Eve's doing a cover for Mojo. On book 2.
Danny D got me. He understood me. Can you pull up that comment, Pops?
Which one? This one?
It's Danny. One? Yes. This guy is at every convening of the Juggalo. And let me tell you, I think this is a continued conversation on like Juggalo etiquette, right? Female etiquette, I think. So, I don't know. Bring the bottle of Faygo because after each concert, you have to make the poor crew sweep up all the jugs of Faygo on the sticky floor because that's just filled with 50% sugar and then 50% water. And then like 3% flavoring. But another custom is apparently all the women have to twerk on this man called Big LA. And it's just a thing. Every woman is just very attracted to this man. And I think I'd be breaking the Juggalette code if I didn't introduce myself politely by doing what the Juggalettes do to this man.
You bumped your butt on him?
No, I haven't yet.
Is he a pharaoh?
I haven't yet.
You're considering it?
It's not a consideration. I think it's just a proper etiquette that I introduce myself politely because I believe it is Juggalette etiquette. I have to blend in with the culture, Pops. And I also, I guess, have to have a SoundCloud of really bad rap
down with
to be considered.
I'm down with women introducing themselves like that to me.
Oh my God.
Step up, please.
I don't know.
I know somewhat juggalo music. I mean, Suicide Boys is considered juggalo music. I've listened to them. That's
kind of like
okay.
When somebody can see past the facade, I guess the facade or the look I have, they're going like, wow, I thought you'd be like really angry and like you'd want to kill me, but you're actually really nice. I'm like, how'd that happen? Oh, thank you, Niobe.
That's Niobe.
I'm not.
Don't get all crazy to say it wrong. Cromcast.
I'm a particular kind of goblin, and I don't need that kind of attention.
Like, well, you know, I've had guys like in quarantine, not all the time, but like they kind of like they've hit on me. Like you probably had that, Ava. Like, you know, during quarantine, some guy says, "Hey, how's it going?" and then proceeds to go and like try to talk to you. Like I'm like, oh, that's nice.
No, these interactions happen more at work because on Messenger, like I tell them straight up, I'm not interested. But at work, I had this guy. He came in, and he was looking for shirts to match the flashiest pair of shoes I've ever seen. I was like, okay, whatever. And I do a lot of smiling with my eyes. I'm very squinty with my eyes.
Yeah.
And so I go around, I help him out, I get him some shirts, and do my thing. I upsell. And he's trying to hit on me, and I'm like, here, put this in there. I think that's gonna look good with them. He's like, okay. So he checks out. Huh?
Like, buy a bunch of stuff to try to impress me. Sure, go ahead. That's towards my commission. Go.
Yeah. I need more hours anyways. The bigger the sale, the better. So I finished checking him out. And he's like, now that I did everything, now that I did all of that, can I get your number? And I said, no. And the dude was like taken aback. And he stumbled into one of my tables and he pushed all the stuff that was on it. And he gets up, he turns back around, he says, that's what you get. And I was there and I was laughing. And I looked at my manager, I'm like, what just happened, man? I get some weird interactions.
Yay, pledged! Woo!
Yes!
That's what I'm talking about. You got one, damn it.
we gotta get to 6,900. So Patrick, do the word, man. Spread it out. We need that nice number. 6911 even better.
Yeah.
But
maybe to Johnny Ryan.
Min is 6,900.
Thank you, Patrick. We appreciate that, bro. Straight up. There you go, Raj. I hope you're watching, bro. That's excellent, man. I love watching. You guys don't understand. For me, when I see somebody when they get funded, when I see that they got over the hump and I go out there and I get to make that post and put their campaign up there and type funded in capital letters above it every time, that's my rush, man. You don't understand. That's where I'm like, yeah. Boys' books or my girls' books getting out there. People are going to buy it. People are going to see it. I'm going to get me one. It don't happen if they don't get funded. You can back 1 million books. If they don't get funded, you don't get them most of the time. So, I mean, I encourage everybody. Oh, he got the blank, and he's going to get Eve's art on it. Ooh.
Who got the fucking blank?
Dude's got plans. Look at that.
Nice.
Oh shit! Yeah, no, you gotta. Bro, I got some things cooking. I got my Santana playlist ready, so we'll get something pretty on there for you.
That is awesome, and I want you to let you know, Patrick, the book is done. As soon as the Kickstarter is over, it's going to print. There ain't no still needing the artist to do this or that or the right. It's all the story is. They're already working on book 2, man. This is just like the formality to get the printing done.
That's the best way to do it. A lot of people, they start their projects and they're not close to, they start their funding and they're not close to finish or at an acceptable point. And then when it gets funded and the thing's over, they're still like not finished, and then things get stalled and then something happens. And it's best to start the funding when it's all finished. That way you don't have to worry about anything other than getting to that goal and getting past it. That way, while you're doing the funding. You just have to worry about the potential stretch goals.
What's up, Jay? How you doing, bro? Coming in late, but how you doing?
Hey, Jay's one of my viewers, man. Back Mojo Rising.
I know. That's Jay.
Up some. Do the thing. Wink, wink.
Say no more.
I think Jay already back. He backed it the other night, I think, when we were on. And we appreciate him for that too. Yeah, it was dang, Christy's show blew it up a little bit the other night. We got like 5 or 6 they hit in just like an hour we were out here talking with her. It was pretty cool.
Yeah, we're so hot. We're in the midst of all these fires now where I'm at.
Yeah, I'm trying to talk her into getting out of Southern California for a week and breathing real air, but she ain't listening.
I'm not even breathing real air at this point. I live in Florida. Our state's competing with freaking countries, so I'm literally swimming through all those little COVID stickies that Christy whipped up. I literally walk through that every single day because I don't know. Florida's a different breed. It hurts my head. It really hurts my head.
Like right now, the fire is now smoking the COVID, so it's beef jerky. No, I'm not.
It's smoke. It's hickory smoke.
Oh, I think mesquite tastes better, especially with a nice spice rub on it. Actually, let me see if I can.
That's Guy Fieri's Flavor Town.
Okay, guys, I'm drawing a cartoon right now to get you interested, so you better like this, okay? So let me go ahead and do this.
Oh, shoot. I'm going to start my... If you're doing that, then I might as well do my fan art.
I'll stay out here. I don't care.
All right.
Let
me turn on the freaking mic. Hey, Ink. I almost ran over my contact. I'm wearing pants. It's short.
We're having smoked COVID, man.
Okay. So
COVID. That's the only way to have your COVID, right?
I'm smoking COVID right now. Oh, my God.
Backwoods shit. Something.
LA makes barbecue sauce.
Really? Now I have to... I need to buy the sauce. Is it thick and flavorful? Is it savory?
I think it kind of tastes like camel. I've had camel meat. It's good, but it's very stringy. I don't know, but I kind of would think it's a difference. It's a similarity of eel and camel.
Ew.
Hey, camel.
I witnessed a video of Big LA hiding like a massive firearm underneath his gut. A video. That was pretty good. It was a really good video.
Well, I'm going to go share my screen and you could watch me go and make something horrible right here, right now.
Do it.
Sharing it right now. We're going to do this.
She's going to draw something horrible. Joe, you better just go ahead and go to bed, dude. Oh, it looks like her state.
It is my state.
On fire. Dun, dun, dun. On fire. Yep. That looks like the place. There you go, Eve.
He ferries a kid.
What did I do?
Under his titty.
Yeah. Oh, it was under his titty. I thought it was under his soup. Wow. Damn. That's an impressive man right there. I don't care what you tell me.
There we go. Just fucking smoke the COVID right there. I'm just like drawing the basic line things, guys. It actually gets much worse later on.
Oh, the machine gun's under his... Dude, my man is strapped. My man is strapped out here.
Tony bought himself some frou-frou soap.
I thought you just said a One Piece reference. And I'm like, I haven't heard of that fruit. That devil fruit.
No, what it is that I think like it was around Tony's birthday, so I decided to say, hey, you know what? Like have some soap, right? So I kept seeing these commercials for Dr. Squatch, right? And a lot of
my God.
Yeah, so I got him some soap, And then it got lost. And we were like, okay. So I contacted the company after 3 weeks. They said, okay, well, we'll just refund you some of it and resend the package, right? And then like about a week or two later, he got the other package, which was weird because it was in LA. Dr. Squatch is like in the LA area. So it should have gone to his house because we live in the same area, kind of. Like he lives in Orange County, which is like an hour away. So he should have gotten it within the few days. But somehow that package, the first one, went all the way to Kentucky and Ohio and then went back.
What?
Yeah, and he got another packet of soap. So I'm like, okay.
Well, it worked out well for him, at least.
Yeah. Okay, let's go. So that's my state right here, burning.
You know, it looks like my hometown a couple months ago.
Oh, damn, dude.
Oh, did I say that out loud? I'm sorry. I didn't mean to say that out loud.
No, I'm just laughing right now. I know.
I wasn't laughing then. I was hot as hell. But, you know, that was my neighborhood. I wasn't happy at all.
All right, let's see here. I'm going to go and do that. So what I do is do this. And then people are watching this and they're like, what the fuck are you doing?
I want to see Corona in Miramar and all the places I recognize. Where are they?
There we go.
I'm going to put that little island off the side over there, down at the bottom.
Oh, Baja?
No, I was talking about Corona and where Miramar is, you know.
Oh, there's also a Corona, like there's a town called Corona in California too.
I know, I lived there. I remember.
Oh yeah, I don't think you told me you lived in Corona.
Yeah, not long, but I did.
Yeah, it's like in near Orange County, I think.
Uh-huh. And Nero played the fiddle as Callie burned.
Something like
that. Are you talking about Gavin? Gavin Nero?
Gavin Nero, right?
You guys have to not mind me. The later it gets, the less I care.
It's okay, Pops. We don't care. I don't care, at least.
Are we gonna now look? You need to draw one of Maine, the coast of Maine too, with some sharks in the water.
Oh damn.
Sharks and COVID, you know, you got sharks and COVID on the East Coast. You got fires and COVID on the West Coast.
I think there's like some other fires up there, but people are like, oh, what the hell, Christy? What are you drawing? I'm like, everything terrible.
Yes, that's what we do.
I do that all the time. That's how I roll.
The thing is, though, is it's terrible, and it's terrible to make you laugh. It's not, you know, I mean, it's designed, the intention is to make you laugh. Some people can't laugh anymore. Some people don't know how to accept humor anymore. You know?
That's why they just need to go drag the stick out.
They just need to get the carrot out of their butt.
Yeah, it's like, man, I grew up on Richard Pryor and Lenny Bruce. And
I grew up on the old school Eddie Murphy before he capitulated and went like, I shouldn't have said half those.
Yeah, but you see what I'm saying? It's like those are the people that you know, Andrew Dice Clay, people that went out there and didn't care. They said funny stuff and people laughed. And now those same people could go out there and say that same stuff and be ostracized. What happened, man?
I was never accepted anyway, so I don't give a fuck.
The smoker I drink, the player I get.
I had California birds everywhere. I'm surprised they don't put burning trees on the state flag. Why do I think of the Lebanese flag with the cedar of Lebanon? And I joked with my friend, he's half Lebanese. I said, so where are the cedars of Lebanon? He says, they're all cut down.
I tell you right now, if I was running this country, those fires would be out within an hour of starting. I have a plan. Nobody listens to it, but I have a plan for wildfires. Nobody cares. So, you know, it's like I've tried to go to the right people with my plan, and nobody cares because they can't make no money off it if they go out. They don't get to hit the Fed. They don't get to hit the feds up for a bunch of state emergency money and this and that and all that if the fire goes out right away. You know, they don't want to go out right away. Trust me, I've tried. I've approached all the proper people with the best solution for that particular problem, and nobody cared.
Well, I've heard like it actually would be reduced a lot if they just fucking cleared away the brush.
Well, yeah, that's why it gets as bad as it is. But
PETA,
it's already in our budget. Okay, this is already in our budget. We have a military, and we run bombing sorties, training runs where bombers drop bombs on targets all day long, and it's already in the budget. Okay, well, so we drop some foam bombs on some fires. Seems like a logical solution that's already in the budget. We just need somebody.
All right, my fan art is complete.
Oh no, it's not.
There it is.
Oh God, what the fuck?
That's me.
Terrible. It's beautiful, but it's terrible at the same. Did you draw her where she's like got the full carpet right there?
Yeah.
Oh damn.
Yeah,
well,
and she's got a demon bitch heart Ben Shapiro tattoo.
Oh,
got
damn.
my WAP for life. I'm kind of mimicking that classic art piece where that woman's like pinching that other lady's nipple for no reason.
I'm trying to remember which one that
chaotic
is.
Neutral. But you know which one I'm talking about, right?
I think so.
I don't know who did it. It's like a classic piece. I'll have to link it. But yeah, we looking real good. Looking like real grade A pose.
No, I think I would have them develop a foam bomb that detonates 50 feet above the ground and puts out the freaking fire, dude. That's what I would have them do, not drop sand on shit. I don't know what you're talking about.
What's crazy about those foam bombs, like they actually had like a sprinkler system and they had a guy's truck in there and it got deployed by accident and it just filled it up half the hangar full of foam. It's like shit.
No, I'm talking about, foam bombs, something that would put the fire out. I'm not talking about anything that would do any damage. It detonate above the ground.
I put it in chat.
It would drop foam. It would be awesome. It would work. I don't know why I can't get anybody
for life.
To even talk to me about it, because we already pay for them planes to go drop bombs on buildings that don't matter just because we're calling it, it's Target. Okay, go drop a bomb on it on the bombing range. Well, they could be flying up California and putting them fires out too. That's what I'm saying. It's already in the budget. It's stupid that nobody's thought of it before. We have a military doing nothing. They could be putting out fires. Just a little common sense here. We pay all that money. Let's get it, use it for something right.
Government.
That's right.
Some
making the edges all nice. Pay attention to this one.
No, you're not.
My astigmatism cannot properly process the process.
It's just really bad. That's all you need to know.
All right.
Yeah, I bet people are really loving my work. This is like fucking lunch hour take two.
Yes, this is. It's just like watching her at lunch hour. It's awesome.
There we go.
I didn't know we were going to end the show with this, but this is awesome. I'm good.
Yeah, I mean, it's like smoking COVID. There you go.
It's late night, and it's also ladies' night. I'm going to put it out there. I'm going to be a real one for the Chiefs out there. I hate songs. They're so
there you go. Yeah, I'd rather you look like the aftermath of Stay Puft than the aftermath of Wicker Man. Okay? That's
I heard. Wicker Man was ass. That's what I heard. I'm just saying that because I never watched the movie, but I'm just being an opinionated dick.
Wait. Which movie did you not see?
Oh, Wicker Man. I was just saying some.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no, I haven't seen that. Oh, I was about to say, how have you not seen Ghostbusters? My husband.
No, I've seen Ghostbusters.
Bill Murray's in there.
Bill Murray.
I love it.
Bill Murray's
my husband. So is Adam Driver.
Okay,
So
I
is
can
Jonah
understand
Hill.
Adam Driver is your husband, but Bill Murray's old enough.
Oh my god.
Bill Murray's in Caddyshack. You have to watch
I
him.
just think about Bill Murray from the 80s, and I'm sold. I'm good.
You know, I still hit up James Spader, so fuck it.
Chris Farley, if he was alive.
Oh, okay.
All right.
Real one for the chat.
I got to go all the way out there. Drew Barrymore has been my biggest crush for the longest time when it comes to actresses. I don't care who else they throw up there, how fine they are, nothing. Drew's got that cute little face that just make me melt every time I see her.
Well, there you go.
You know,
I don't know. I like the unconventionally attractive actors. I can't do the conventionally attractive ones. There's something about having a weird looking face that's like.
Do you remember when she went up there on David Letterman and flashed him?
Oh God, I remember that.
It was great. I was like, that's my girl for life. I love her. She went up there on David Letterman and she just like turned away from the camera and she gave him, you know,
wow,
right there, you know, on stage. And I was like, oh, that was back then. That that took a lot of ball sack back then in that day. You know,
he was just like,
yeah, he was freaked out. He's
boobs.
Yes, the original fire starter for sure.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
Something else.
Weird is like she and I are the same age.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
We're not the same age. That's all I'm gonna say.
No, that's okay. I mean, because I've always looked at her like, you know, she was right there within that proper age range. Because you know, I'm one of them proper guys. I can't like my son's friends. I can't look at them. They're 30, 28, 29. You know, it's like I can't be looking at his girlfriend, his friends that are female. You know, they're too young. If they're
I'm about to tell your son.
Yeah, I can't be dating somebody younger than my son. It just wouldn't work. I don't care how much I'd be in love with her or anything. I'd feel freaking weird. It wouldn't work. You know?
Yeah, it's like weird. Like I've been hit like on by guys that were like in their early 20s. I'm like, no. I'm flattered, but no, you know. I don't want to be. No, that ain't.
Oh, look at this guy. Look at this guy.
What's wrong with you, Pops? You're like 45.
I'm gonna be 57. I'm gonna be 57 in 2 weeks. 57.
Wow.
5, man. I know I can still do push-ups like I'm 40, but I'm not. Yeah, I'm old, dude. I'm old. Trust me.
I feel old all the time because I can't relate to the people my age.
No, you feel. What is it? What's the term they say for babies that have really wise eyes? There's a term for it.
Hydrocephalic? What?
No, like they look like
glaucoma.
No, it's not a disease. It's like that they have an old soul. Old soul. That's
okay. Indigo children.
Old soul. That's what I'm saying. It's like you're just old. You're just an old soul. You're not. You're still young. You're still young, and there are other young people that have old souls in them too. You will find them.
It's not that common. It really isn't. And then when you do find them, when you can talk about one thing, the rest of the other things that they're interested in is like, oh, okay.
Yeah, well, we're not talking about finding you a soulmate. We're talking about finding somebody you can talk to.
Oh, yeah. Even still, though, I'm like, I don't understand half of the things you're saying.
Really?
Oh, no, not you, but like people.
I'm messing with you, girl.
They can't converse with you without saying like in the improper context every 5 seconds. Every second word that they say, it is
because this is like what we're talking about.
I actually peer reviewed somebody's essay, and they wrote the same way they spoke. and they put commas after each like that they had written. They're like, oh, so he was like going to the store and like he wasn't sure about what he was gonna get, so
like
it was horrendous, and I was there with a red pen crossing everything out. It was terrible. It was so bad.
Cry.
I just sat there and I put my head on that desk and I said, I can't really review this. Oh my God, Jay, shut up, please. Shut up.
What did he say?
I can't. I hate that word so much.
Oh, he's trolling your ass.
Only person that could do it well was Shaggy.
No, the guy who did it best was Spicoli, man.
Oh God, that guy.
He was the best. He was the best. Like, Mr. Han. Like.
Fuck. What's that saying?
Oh yeah, that's another one. Do you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? I
say that. I say that a lot. I'm like,
you're supposed to say, do you know what I am saying?
no, when it's something I agree with, like there I go. I hate y'all. I hate
These are some of my viewers enjoy.
Somebody says something I agree with, and then I reply, "That's what I'm saying." You know, like that's exactly the same point I'm saying.
I just say I'm right.
Have you seen the South Park episode with Butters when he's the pimp? When he's pimping out the girl?
No. I mean, I think I've seen that one, but my favorite one regarding gangs is when Jimmy and Timmy.
Yeah, when Jimmy and Timmy fight, that's good too. But now,
that was when they lived.
When Butters.
Oh yeah, they're fighting each other. That was great.
I need a bunch of hoes. Jimmy is my favorite character on South Park. Second to the goth. I love all the goths.
When Butters is doing something, though, he's running around and he's learning from all the different pimps, and they're all telling him what's up, and they're like, and you do this, know what I'm saying? Know what I'm saying? Know what I'm saying? So he would go back and he would explain this to his buddies about how he's going to set up pimping in the school with kisses and stuff, and he's like, do you know what I am saying? He would say he would like, know what I'm saying? Know what I'm saying? That's what he heard from them, but he went back to his friends and he's like, do you know what I am saying? Do you know what I am saying?
So you gave him a KS and everything, and they made it look so innocent. You're like, how did this happen?
Yeah. They turned him into a pimp.
Probably one of the worst. One of the worst episodes of South Park was the Raisins episode.
Oh, come on.
Was it
with the little hooters that they had made, and they're like, yeah, you gotta really show off your raisins. Oh my God.
Yeah, that one was pretty good. I'll admit. That one was pretty good.
That's Flat Chest Hooters, but it was tainted by South Park.
Yes.
We have goth IHOP and goth Hooters.
Yeah, when they get all angry, they're like, fuck you. You it's like, I gave you a tip. It's like, I filled up your coffee like 17 times.
You know, I'd be happy either way. I could have them throw my food on the table, and as long as they were goth, and I'd be very fine with it. I'd be like, thank you.
Proper.
They could eat some of my fries while they're serving it to me, and I'm like, thank you so much. So long as they're goth guys, I'll thank them. Even if they don't give me the right order, I'll be fine.
Oh yeah. What about Cartman's secret sauce? And what about Cartman's chili?
No, it wasn't Cartman's secret sauce. It was Butter's secret sauce. It was his like secret protein formula.
And Cartman's
sports drink.
Cartman's chili was the best though.
Oh.
How about the salty balls?
Oh yeah, Chef's chocolate salty balls are okay.
Actually, a recipe for that.
Put them in your mouth. Suck them in, suck them in, suck them in.
Suck on my chocolate salty balls. Put them in your mouth and suck them. I'm like, It's like, like a lot of their shit is like when they said fractured butthole, it's like, oh, fractured butthole. They make it sound like deep, but really it's just like, oh, it's just fractured butthole.
SpongeBob is too. Look, right from the beginning, the first time I saw the theme song for SpongeBob, right, I was like, okay, there's something wrong here. And sure enough, the first thing I find out about the show is that Mr. Krabs lives in Bikini Bottoms.
Yeah.
Yeah. Think about
And
that.
you know what the second worst thing is to that? Is that SpongeBob is voiced by Tom Kenny.
No, think about
I'm just joking with you.
Krabs in the Bikini Bottoms. That's what
I know. Yep.
You were just
talking about Goo Lagoon.
I was like,
what's Goo Lagoon?
Is this really a kid's show? Because this seems like an adult cartoon to me.
Well, there was Ren and Stimpy.
Too much innuendo.
It's kind of funny because like what kind of ruined it about the show when I would watch it is like it was so horrible. It was so like so implied they were gay, but it was like, but when they came out like gay, it was sort of like you kind of lost the sparkle because you would always play around with the double entendres and them being so obviously gay, but you don't say it.
Yeah.
And then you say, yeah, we're gay. It's like, well, that kind of ruined the magic, man.
You know what's another show that got away with it?
What?
And you know what's another show that got away with so many? The Animaniacs.
There's that.
Oh yeah.
And then,
oh my god.
Oh yeah. Lots of innuendo in that.
Scooby Doo, like Fred had the swingers cravat. I'm like, oh, he's a swinger.
And then Ren and Stimpy went from innuendos to just putting it out there.
Yeah, I mean, I don't mind it when people put it out there, but the funny part of the show is like it was implied, like they just did everything, but like especially the one with the fucking like. Did you see that one where it was like that band one where you used the hacksaw on Stimpy on the log on his ass?
Oh my god! Yes.
That was funny as hell.
And the little saw the sprinkles, and then Stimpy felt so dirty.
You want it?
Oh,
you made me feel so used.
Okay, look, I'm telling you two right now, you guys need to collaborate on something. You two need to
like her freaking like squeezing the nipple of Demon Bitch. So I don't know what else we can do that's more awful. I mean, one of my friends, they did like Nippoloni, where like Demon Bitch, like she puts on the pasties for so long and says she's so nasty and dirty that her nipples slough off.
Oh god.
Actual nipples, but she doesn't have them. She just finds like this old pepperoni pizza and sticks them on her or something. And then a dog tries eating them. That wasn't my story. That was my friend Denise's story.
You two need to get together and collaborate on something because I can see it. I can see it happening.
It's disgusting.
I think it just needs to be like organically formed and in front of people.
Yeah, it's kind of like poo. You got to do that with poo.
Yeah.
If you rush it, like with any sort of stimulants, it's going to make it worse for you.
Maybe create an SCP. Make Demon Bitch an SCP.
Oh God, there should be a Demon Bitch game.
It's what does SCP stand for? It's secure. Huh?
I've heard SCP before, but I think it's a different context.
SCP is secure, contain, and protect, and it's almost like a creepypasta.
Okay. Oh, I remember that. You have to look at it certainly in a certain way, and you can't turn your eyes around or something.
There was a game for it, and then people made it into a whole thing where they made these monsters. There's the whole SCP index on 4chan, I think. It gets really deep. No, I don't follow it. I know my brother does, but that particular one that I put in the chat, it didn't make the pass for the SCP list, but it's my favorite one.
Is it the one where like SCP? It was like this weird ass looking thing, and you couldn't let it out of the thing, and it was like using the fucking like the workman type thing as like people, and like, oh no, we're gonna die and stuff, and they're dying, and like you see the creature, you can't take your eyes off it, or else it'll fucking kill you.
If you turned around for too long, it would kill you.
We've tried.
And it was kind of cute looking too.
Yeah, like you couldn't take your eyes off of it. It's like as long as it was there, you had to keep looking at it, or else it would kill you. I think it was something like that, right?
Yeah, it was exactly like that.
Yeah. Now I remember PewDiePie was playing it. I used to watch Pewdie back in the day.
I used to watch him like in 2010 when he was doing all of the horror games.
Yeah. But I mean, after a while,
since then I had no interest.
Well, after a while, he was annoying me because he was screaming half the time and screwing up playing the game. I was like, okay, shut up already. I don't want to hear it.
Yeah.
I'm learning so much right now. Yes, you are. We are learned people.
Learned.
We are learned.
Oh, shoot. It's 11:10. That means I can't get up and exercise unless I want to feel bad about myself later. Either way, I feel bad about myself.
You can exercise before you go to bed.
It's 11. It's 11:10 over here, babe. I don't think I'm doing that.
I do.
And it's Florida. I don't know if it's weird.
Just work out at home.
Strange. Oh, I mean, I do have a treadmill, but I just don't have the energy. After dealing with people and telling them to pull up their masks and enforcing the rules.
It's madness.
It's absolute madness here in Florida. Oh my God.
Madness. Everywhere.
Apparently, I guess in LA, I'm supposed to be perpetually annoyed about something. I don't know. Somehow I managed to escape that.
Really? People in Cali are supposed to be like, is something?
No, they just annoy you in different ways. They just annoy you in different ways. They try to publicly shame you about all sorts of shit. And like, okay, I understand why you guys are doing this, but you guys sound. It's like this. I've also said, like, you know, California is a progressive state, and I guess that's good. But then we're just such jerk offs about it.
People are dickheads. They're like, oh, so and so accidentally stepped on a child's foot, and I'm like, yeah, well, I mean, didn't you bully kids in your heyday? So like, why are you bashing on somebody for doing something wrong when you do wrong all the fucking time? I'm so sick and tired of your bullshit of getting on the bandwagon just because somebody has their life out there in the public. They can't escape that. Everything that they've ever done, somebody's going to try to find something and publish it, no matter how old it is, and you're going to sit there from the comfort of your home and your privacy and say that they're wrong for every single fucking move that they make. You make me sick.
That's why I just go ahead and own all my shit, then nobody can throw it at me.
I just want to go like, yeah, okay, whatever. I hate you anyway.
Yep, that was me. I did that. Sorry, whatever. Move on. I own the shit I did. I don't care what people say about my past.
Yeah.
You know, I own who I was. I paid whatever prices I needed to pay. I'm having fun.
Yep.
I'm blessed right now. I got my grandkids. I'm having a good time. Sorry about COVID, but, you know, I mean, I'm having a good time. I'm not going to feel guilty about finally finding a direction in my life and feeling good about myself for change, you know? So I sure ain't gonna let nobody else make me feel that way. Bring up my past, I'm gonna laugh and go, "Yep, that was me. I did that." You know.
Yep, I did stupid shit. So what?
Yeah, I mean, I own it.
The eyelashes are successfully taken off. Heck
what?
Yeah.
You did what?
My eyelashes. There we go.
Wow. You're peeling them right here on TV.
Awesome.
Yeah. Wait, where did I put it? There it is. Oh, I put it. Did I put it? Yeah, it's right there. Yeah, you think I don't wake up with clown paint on my face?
No, I know you did Elvira. I know you did your Elvira makeup.
Yeah.
I pay attention.
I did.
Girl.
I can't wear the shirt if I'm not gonna do that makeup.
See, I pay
Yeah, somebody mistook this for Morticia Adams.
Would you do Morticia?
You're close, but you missed the mark horrendously.
Would you do Morticia?
I missed my gonk. What?
Okay.
I said, would you do Morticia? Would you?
I don't know. I have to go to a beauty parlor and have them like pull on my hair and just to straighten it out. So I don't know if I would. I have to go to a Dominican salon for them to handle my texture because it's.
There you go.
Rough.
Oh, sorry, hold on. I gotta go do plague sketches.
The private files. Yeah.
Ooh, what do you got
Oh,
in there?
sorry, don't look at that. Holy shit.
Flag sketches.
There we go. There we go. Californication right there.
Californication. That's
There we go.
the title.
God, California people will beat you with bats made out of recycled wood for using plastic straws.
That sounds like California.
That's why I have
Florida
metal.
people will beat the shit out of you just for wearing a mask. So.
But I have metal straws, so that gives it an extra stabbing power. Go me, and I get to save the environment. They can't argue with me.
Wow.
I like using plastic straws, and I will not succumb to the pressures of society to change otherwise, because I hate paper straws. I think
they're stupid. They've even used like pasta straws. Those are stupid too. They make your drink taste like shit.
Yeah, I would go at the campus I used to go to. I would go to Chick-fil-A, and all they had were paper straws, and it's the worst feeling trying to drink sweet tea while swallowing your straw at the same time because it would disintegrate into the drink.
Look,
it was so bad. It was really bad.
Look, hold up. Straws are for two things: people with dental issues and little kids. Okay?
Okay. Yes, I still drink Capri Sun's juice boxes. Yes, I drink my drink with a straw.
No, they're also plastic straws are also for turtles.
Yes, that's why I drink plastic straws, because I look forward to the day that my trash is processed and tossed into the ocean.
Yeah, and then this is the thing. That's an accurate look at California right now. So, like, the thing is, remember that famous one where the turtle had the straw up its nose and they pulled it out? And you kind of felt bad for the poor thing. And then somebody did a cartoon of it. It's like, oh, this poor thing, it's got a straw sticking out of its nose. And then it shows it. And, like, the fucking, like, beer fucking, like, those 6-pack plastic things that are around around its, like, flipper, right? And it showed it. And it's like it's all messed up, and they're like, "Oh, you poor thing, what happened to you?" And it shows it earlier, and it's snorting coke and it's drinking beer. The greatest.
That's good humor right there. That's good.
So there you go, California.
We love turtles in Florida. See,
I know.
We never use a straw. See,
your turtles have herpes.
I'm really progressive. Turtles was doing coke, and I got.
All right, look.
Turtles have herpes.
I'm only going to say it one time for everybody who's listening, and I don't want anybody telling everybody else, but yeah, I get it, Patrick. I hate that freaking name too. That's all I'm going to say.
Pat.
Hate it. Born with it. Hate it.
Let me go and do this.
You go through your whole life with a name that you can't stand?
No.
I did.
I went through
really messed up. I wasn't.
Yeah, see, look, he's like, why do you keep calling me Pat? See?
Because I'm like getting to that point where I'm kind of drunk off of sleep. Because I look for the names that people don't use often, and
I just like saying random things like butthole surfer. There we go.
Rusty Riv. Yeah, you could call me that.
I like it. Thank you. See, this is California now. I'm now going to call you Riv.
Yeah, I'm fine with that, actually. I'm very okay with it.
Reeve? It's Reeve, not Riv. Reeve.
That's true. Reeve. That makes me sound badass, actually.
I pronounced it completely correctly the first time I said it. So I tested myself with her before I had her on
How do you pronounce my name?
I pronounced it. Remember, I did it with you in Messenger before you were on my show. Remember?
That's right. That's right. You did the first time around. You said it correctly.
See, I know. I did it right.
That's why I go by Eve because the white way of saying my name is Ivan. You pronounce it with the I because you see the letter I. When you pronounce it the way it was given to me, which was by Hispanic parents, it's Ivanet because the letter I in Spanish is E. It's pronounced E.
So yeah, I sent her a video chat, a little video message. I was like, I want to make sure I pronounce your name right. It's Yvonette Rivas Fournier, right? And she messaged back, yes,
you nailed it.
I was like, well.
I slowly give up on people trying to pronounce my name properly because I know that they'll never get it. So I just say, okay, yeah, that's fine. That's cool. I mean, either way you pronounce it, it's my name.
Well,
whether you pronounce it the white way or the right way.
The white way or the right way.
White way or the right way.
Well,
there you go.
There you go.
I didn't pronounce it the way.
Beautiful. What do you guys think?
I love it. I love the faces. I'm especially attracted to the one with the bigger nose, bigger rounded nose, a little bulbous one. That one. Yeah. I'm especially attracted to that one. Something about his very neutral face with the dead eyes at the same time. I like it.
Is there any way you can incorporate the rolling blackout into this picture?
I put the earthquake. I mean, I guess I could do this shade right here.
Just little patches of black here and there where there's no power.
Let's see. Ooh. Let's see here. I want to make this kind of like. Let me see if I can do that. If it sucks, I'm going to take it off. There you go.
All right, name. You can name my favorite one, Pat. There you go. It gets that one.
Pat.
My favorite one overall.
There you go.
Yeah, the little smexy one right there is Pat. Beautiful. Now that's what I call visual poetry.
The one with its tongue hanging out.
Which one? There's two.
Oh, the really ill-looking one.
Oh, the one where it still has its eye open, like.
Yeah.
Okay. Can I be the one with its tongue out? I guess so, if you want. Picture sucks.
No, I like this one.
Yeah,
it's getting late at night, and I'm just oddly fixated on it.
Big picture.
I'm just visibly attracted to it.
Yeah, I'll probably do that. Like, I'll probably put that into the book, Vanitas Fair.
Oops. Where'd she go? Oh, she's back.
Californication.
California love.
She said you're smexy. She said you're smexy.
I prefer sexlicious, dang it.
I'm too old for that shit. Oh.
Don't be perfect.
You're only old as you think you are. There we go.
Yeah, well, I don't like try to have the delusion that I am in some way going to be sexy to somebody as my body.
Listen, I said it myself. I said if I can't get the tone body that I want in my 20s to get a belly ring, then I'll get it when I'm 80. I'll still be sexy. Wrinkles.
Remove part of your
I'll be
thinking I'm sexy. Hold up. Me thinking I'm sexy is fine. Whether or not somebody else thinks I'm sexy is something entirely.
I say fuck them.
I don't have
their opinion doesn't matter. My opinion's the right one.
Yeah.
Oh, excuse me, jeez.
Look, you're the one on the West Coast. You're not supposed to be the one yawning over here.
I'm yawning all the time.
No kidding.
My allergies suck.
Ladies, this has been awesome, but it's been 3.5 hours, and I'm going to go get something to eat.
I need to wash the whore off of my eyes. I mean, my makeup.
The what off your eyes?
What? I need to wash the makeup off my eyes.
That's not what you said.
I mean, whoever caught it, caught it. Whoever didn't, didn't.
I got it. This guy.
What the heck? I had a 80 popping Viagra is nice.
That dude trying to
You shouldn't. If you have to use them, you shouldn't.
He's just trying to come and go at the same time. Leave him alone. He's just trying to come and go at the same time. Leave him alone.
I want my tune to say, well, she came and she went.
I just really like this picture of the California one. Love the show. Thanks, guys. Good. We entertained you for 3 hours.
You should kind of mock up a Red Hot Chili Peppers, like the font, and then the Californication.
On that picture.
Title right on it. Make it look like
Red Hot Chili Peppers album.
Exactly. Album cover.
If I cared that much, I would do that.
Now look, I just wanted to say I had a goal this evening, and my goal was to make this the most viewed episode ever of anything on Comics Cast. And we're gonna check the numbers.
Yes, add some pheromones that people think they're smelling, and it will be the most easy.
We're gonna check the numbers in a couple days and just see where we stack up. But I had a goal in mind for this show, and I expect to see you both back the third week. The third Monday of next month. For ladies.
We can make it. Can we make it?
I'll make sure I take some energy powder and put it into an energy drink or something.
Oh, I don't know. Repeatedly say I hate everybody. That seems to make everybody come together. Love the Cali piece, Christy. Thank you all for the show.
Me too.
We're posting the headline sexy song.
First of all, you spelled songs wrong. I can't think of a second one. I'm working on the last third of a brain cell.
What about dude looks like a lady, Niobe?
I
don't know how he does the
See, I'm not cut out for this. I can't do,
I just look paused like.
This is awesome. I had an awesome time.
Like Californication.
Yeah. If you could find that font, that'd be cool to put on there.
As I said, if I cared enough. I don't know if I care enough. See, look at that.
She's like, I just don't care.
Oh, look at the time. It's crying hours. It's time to go to bed crying like at the same dumb bitch I was the day before.
Cry, CRYS. I could look like a lady. I'm sure you could, dude. Now, would you look ugly or beautiful? That's up to you.
You could be. I mean, Jim Curry tried really good. I mean, he nailed it. He did some pretty good makeup.
He'd be an ugly lady, but he says it can be done. All right, y'all. Thank you very much, Christy. I don't know if you're still going to want to do a show tomorrow, but if you do, I'll see you then.
All right,
Eve. Thank you very much for coming out.
Thank you for having me.
Hey, it was a blast. I can't even tell you guys how much fun this was. So, we'll do it again for sure. Danny D says somebody's about to karaoke that makeup off.
Danny, you're damn right. Danny D is damn right. I'm about to do that shit. And I'm one of those people. A lot of people do singing in the mirror. No, singing in the shower, dancing in the mirror. I'm the flip flop opposite. Put music on, like good 90s R&B, and I'm dancing in the shower and I'm singing in the mirror. That's the kind of person I am.
Cool.
So I definitely will be doing that.
That is an awesome way to end the show. You just gave them all the visual they were asking for. Thank you very much.
I kind of spaced out, so I'm like, okay.
I'm sort of spaced out too, so I'm gonna wake up. I'm gonna see this, and I'm gonna be embarrassed that I said like half the shit I said.
All right, you guys have a good night.
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 That was so much fun.
It was
much fun. Bye, Chrissy. Everybody, we appreciate you watching. We're gonna bring out these. We're gonna get as many of them to come out as we can. Imagine 1,500 people. Crowdfunding, couple weekends away. Mojo, 107 backers. Life is good, y'all. Go hit that Bloody God. Go look at that Bloody God campaign. Get that some love. And I'm going to see you all tomorrow in the night. Be safe.